Lower dump.
Hello, dear listeners, and welcome to Lower Dump. This is the game show where we take somebody who hasn't experienced a game or game franchise, and we walk through the story. I'm your host for today, Chase, and I'm joined today by
Neil.
And
you said game show. What are the prizes?
It's a show about games.
my
I
bad.
don't think
the
my
prize
co-host could have made that
is
any
my
clearer.
heart.
Gotcha.
You are competing for my love and affection, as are you, dear listener. Please write in the comments telling me something to boost my ego. I don't fucking know. I love getting my ego boosted. I'm vain as shit. Hey, welcome back to Lore Dump. Oh, we're back. It's a new morning in the recording studio, but we've got the energy of the Yakuza coursing through our fucking veins, and I can swear the first 10 minutes. No, YouTube changed that. YouTube changed it.
Really?
Yes, they did.
Yeah, but I don't trust anything they say right now.
You know, so we can put a little bleep over me if really needed. Let's be so real. When do I not curse in the first 10 minutes?
Where is the censor button?
But no, we're back to continue on with a bit of Yakuza 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, the series that never ends.
Yakuza Weekend, baby,
Yakuza
for one
Weekend.
game.
Some of you might be
Baby.
thinking, if you're new to this channel, oh, I see. Is this the third episode they're doing to cover the whole of the Yakuza series?
No.
Not quite. Not quite. This is part 3 of 5, as in Yakuza 5. Would you like us to recap?
This is
This is our
our, what,
sixth game.
120 or something of the series?
Yeah.
In terms of recording?
Yeah, baby.
Yes.
We're well into the hundreds of hours.
Yes.
So what happened last episode?
Entertaining YouTube show or test of endurance for the listener? What happened last time? Shall I-
Saejima killed a bear.
Part 1 was...
Saejima didn't kill a bear, remember?
Oh,
They just
sorry.
kind of forgot to kill it.
He just fractured its skull.
You all that time talking to the bear and you didn't pay attention to what happened at the end.
I forgot.
What did you fall asleep during the middle? God,
Maybe.
piece of shit.
So part 1, so this game is split up into 5 parts. And the first part was Kiryu, or should I say Suzuki. Kiryu was undercover, living his life, earning an honest living as a taxi driver, sending money back to the orphanage, and is inevitably brought back in, embroiled in the latest Yakuza shenanigans, where Daigo is desperately trying to forge new alliances with other families, because the alliance with the Omi alliance is not long for this world, probably. So Kiryu's
Why is that?
right back in it. What?
Why is the Omi Alliance not long for this world?
Because the chairman of the Omi alliance is dying, terminal,
Yes.
and hasn't named a successor, and so there is a doubt, and none of the successors are down with this alliance. And that was quite a bit of political intrigue, kind of a full Yakuza game in one part, if you like. What happened in part 2?
We spun off and hung out in a magic mountain town and hunted a bear. And then till the final chapter of Saejima's section, we've come around on Saejima's character a little bit. He feels very, very different in this game, and he's a lot more fun. So last we saw Saejima, I don't remember the town because there's so many different towns. What town was he in?
Sapporo.
Sapporo. So basically, Goro Majima was supposedly dead, and Saejima tracked down the man that he thought killed him alongside his best friend Baba, who, because of a stupid dare you have voiced using a Tiny Tim Oliver Twist voice, which really killed the badass reveal.
Oh, no.
Made it better. Everyone will agree.
Oh, the second that you asked me to do that,
You were thinking about the reveal.
I was thinking about the ramifications, and something broke inside me, but in a very chaotic chaos gremlin kind of way.
We learned basically that Baba, who was Saejima's pal from prison, turns out that he was a baddie all along.
Orchestrated.
He's the whole setup basically of Saejima's time in prison, and Baba is working for someone. We don't know who he's working for, presumably our 11th hour villain. So villains-wise, we have 3.
Well, so remember that as of the end, we've been told that Baba is working for Morinaga. Who was our
Morinaga.
twist reveal villain from part 1.
Yes, so we've got Morinaga for Kiryu, we've got Baba for Saejima, and Kiryu also has big pinstripe suit guy that just really wants a fight. What's his name?
That was Watase. Who is the captain of the Omi Alliance.
So there are big 3. You've also
we
got
like Watase because he just wants a really good scrap. He's not really interested in the politics.
Very, very classic Yakuza him.
Yeah, Kuze kind of vibes.
Kuze type.
Yeah.
Ryuji Goda type.
Yeah.
That's basically where we left off. So Saejima and Kiryu have both been Nick Furied by the cop and have been sent off to Tokyo to learn more.
By Detective Serizawa, yeah.
Serizawa, we're curious about Serizawa.
I do want to call him Nick Fury for this entire game because it's very funny to me.
And Daigo Dojima and Majima are both in hiding, it seems. They're just not around. We don't know where they are. Majima is supposedly dead, although unfortunately, listeners, we know because we know that there's a pirate game featuring him coming up, that Majima is not dead. So the whole time we've just been wondering how...
You do know it's a spin-off, right?
Has he gotten out with this one? Yeah, I don't know. What, so it's a prequel? Like, I don't...
I mean, do you think that Kiryu is legitimately a samurai in the 2 samurai games?
There are 2 samurai games?
Yes.
Right.
Did you not know that?
We're not covering those, and we are covering Pirate Yakuza.
Wait, are we not covering the samurai games?
No.
Oh, that's fun.
No, we're not.
Which ones are they?
They're all spin-offs. Ishin and... I forget what the other one's called.
Gaiden?
No, Gaiden is a one we're covering.
Right. What's the man who forgot his name or whatever?
That's Gaiden.
Right, so the man who forgot his name. Kiryu already forgot his name. So we're going to do that again?
No, it turns out he was pretending.
He was pretending he forgot his name.
I just let you imagine that he had
amnesia
because I thought it was funny.
Well, also because our conspiracy was more interesting than the ultimate reveal, which was Kiryu just didn't want to do a name anymore. He wanted a new name.
Right, I'm sorry. We've got 6 hours of this left.
I mean, that's not what Kiryu did, but...
Right, Wham's next. Part 3, who's our new character?
Part 3. I actually think we should learn a bit about Kiryu, who is sat at a table in the Morning Glory Orphanage.
Oh.
A woman sat alongside him wearing some business-like attire, asking Kiryu if he's ever thought of leaving this place. It's a year and a half prior to Kiryu's time as a taxi driver in Fukuoka. The woman says that in the week since she met Haruka in a bookstore, she's been researching them all very thoroughly, and she knows his history.
Okay.
Haruka Sawamura, her appearance and sense of style are unpolished, yes, but... she shows undeniable potential. She just needs her edges smoothed. With time, she's confident she can make her the most dazzling jewel that anyone has ever seen. If Kiryu entrusts Haruka to her, she'll make sure that she's a star.
Oh, so she's an idol recruiter, whoever this woman is.
Kiryu knows, though, how this is headed, knowing that she'll make Haruka a star only if he gets out of the picture. She knows how the business works. Haruka's future fans will want to know every last detail about her. If they find out about him, well, those who love her, they might feel betrayed and turn that love into hatred. Kiryu listens, an expressionless kind of look on his face, on the doorframe.
Nothing new there.
Haruka listens on as the woman tells Kiryu that if he erases his connection to her, he can protect her.
Right, so the entire reason he's done this really is so that Haruka can have a future as an idol. That really is the driving motivation for erasing his name.
That, as well as money.
It's still the money thing, okay.
But
okay.
Yeah, the money thing as well, but largely
cool.
This.
That's quite sad.
Get fucked talking about Haruka's rough edges. Who the fuck are you?
Yeah, legit.
Haruka's an angel.
Edgy
okay,
angel.
She's like held one guy up with a gun.
Are we gonna get like a K-pop Demon Hunters or J-pop Demon Hunters
J-pop
spin-off
Demon Hunters
with Haruka as the main character?
I would be so down for that.
I would play the shit out of that. So good.
Kiryu gets up from the table, saying that he's heard enough. He's not leaving. Not a chance. His kids need him, and as long as they're living here, he's not going anywhere.
Good dad.
Haruka from out in the hallway smiles hearing that. Kiryu excuses himself, telling the woman at the table to see herself out. I also don't know if I put her name is Mirei Park. This is the park that Haruka had been talking about in that scene back in part 1.
Right.
I don't know why I didn't put her name
So she does end up becoming an idol somehow.
Oh, we saw her on TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is Mirei Park. I must say I'm surprised. For someone who's led the life you have, you know nothing about how this world works. You can't even make one little girl's wishes come true. You realize that, yes? And it's not just her. I noticed something on my visit the other day. This is where dreams come to die.
Yikes.
As long as you're here, that is.
Savage.
Like, that's just a terrible sales pitch as well. Like, you don't always get him on the first go. Don't burn bridges. What are you doing?
20 touch points.
Well, I hate that her logic actually makes sense. She's actually got solid. I'm not done.
Oh, okay.
I'm not done. She's got solid logic, even if it is cruel. The kids may all say that they're happy. After all, a home for those without parents must feel like heaven. But in truth, all the kids are afraid. Afraid that one day this fragile happiness is going to shatter. Kiryu's kids obviously love him. It's very clear to her. And they love the happy, peaceful life that he provides. So much that they'd sacrifice anything to hold on to it. Even their dreams and aspirations. As long as Kiryu's here, they're never going to strive to achieve their dreams. They're never truly going to go and grow up.
That's not knowledge. That's speculation. She's speculating, and her solution is, so let's blow it all up now.
I mean, she's speculating based on the fact that it's already happened. It's already started. Because do you not remember from the previous part where Kiryu's like, all of the kids have started looking for part-time jobs? Yeah. And they've decided to all drop out of school.
We're poor. Yeah, that's a reality of being in poverty. Yeah, but the solution isn't not have a dad.
I mean, yes, I agree. I'm more saying that the logic of they are abandoning their dreams for that when she could provide the money they need.
It's weird that he doesn't have money. I'll say that. It is
remember
weird
when he had a solid
gold statue of himself in the 80s?
God, the good old days.
God, inflation's hit hard.
Yeah, it really has.
Yes, don't listen to the right wingers, folks. Gold is actually valueless.
If Kiryu leaves Haruka to her, she swears that she'll fund the futures of every child at the orphanage, ensure their futures. Right. She'll even let him choose his own replacement as orphanage director. She promises that she'll make Haruka a star. Let her be the singer that she's always wanted to be. That she said in every single game that she's just so desperate to become a singer. Have you not remembered that that's been Haruka's driving dream and motivation through every single game?
So obviously it has been plopped in here. However, we have been theorizing for a while that Haruka will become an idol because of Zero, which obviously
it wasn't Zero. It was because of Yakuza 2, which added in the whole thing where there's a side quest where Haruka gets almost recruited by idol recruiters.
Yes.
Which they added in purely just because they had in 5 gone, oh, she's always wanted to be an idol, and everyone went, what?
I don't Excuse me?
So they went back and they added it to 2.
As a choice for Haruka, because really, as a female character in the Yakuza series, you have like a handful of options. Die, grow up to become Lady Yakuza, or be a bartender.
And we've only ever seen one Lady Yakuza, and she was constantly not promoted when she should have been.
Or become a hostess.
Or a cop. But out of those, which actually is more than a few, but...
Or a mama.
Or a mama. Well, that's what I said, bartender.
Oh, sorry.
So this is just a different direction for Haruka. I like that she's getting her own thing.
Oh, I agree. It's great. It's so good for her. Kiryu turns, asking how Park could possibly know what Haruka really wants. Why her, of all people? She tells him that it's simple. It was once her dream. She believes that if you can find a worthy successor for a dream, someone else can pick up that torch, carry it on. He looks conflicted and troubled by her words.
That's stage mum logic. That's what that is. Stage mum logic.
She loves it. She does. Look at her.
Park kind of is the ultimate stage mom. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh no.
Kiryu looks conflicted and troubled by her words. While in the hall, Haruka doesn't know what to think. Part 3, first half.
What?
Haruka Sawamura.
Okay.
Chapter 1, Backstage Dreams.
How does her combat work?
Sotenbori Osaka. Haruka rehearses choreography under the watchful eye of her dance teacher Ken Ogita, who I've not put in here but is really funnily included in Yakuza 0. There's a whole mini game where Kiryu becomes the champion of a disco bar.
No, he doesn't.
Competing in dance battles, and Ken Ogita is one of the final bosses.
You walked us through the dance battles, yeah, because Goro Majima is one of the bosses.
Goro Majima was one of them. Miracle Johnson's one of them. Ken Ogita, I forget if he's the final boss.
Miracle Johnson?
He's dead.
Given who he's based on, I would assume so.
Yeah.
But it's okay because Steven Shining is still doing great.
That was giving me my question. Yeah,
Steven Shining's doing great.
I don't even remember that one.
He was Steven Spielberg.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
From the corner of the room, President Mirai Park of the Dyna Chair Talent Agency watches the rehearsal. Ken scowls, scolding Haruka for messing up the choreography again and again, making her start again and again, calling her dancing drivel, telling her that she shouldn't even bother trying to debut. But she refuses to give up, determined that she'll get it right in the end, that she keep going. Park steps out as Haruka continues her dance lesson, which of course brings us to Haruka's personalized gameplay segment, the rhythm game, baby!
Okay. Haruka's
a dancer!
So she doesn't do combat. It's all rhythm battles.
You said last section. You said yesterday, you made a joke of, next we're going to get Haruka's part and it's all going to be dance battles, and I just had to sit here fucking holding it in.
That's exciting. Yeah, no, I'm glad that my prediction has come true because this is legitimately very fun. What's the feeling by the fan base on this? Is it like...
I'm not going to lie, a lot of people hate it.
Do they?
I adore it because I'm a fucking little musical theater kid.
Yep.
I know, and a little music nerd.
Wait, do you think people don't like it because it's like this isn't enough Yakuza stuff going on?
I think so, yeah.
Why am I playing as a little girl that dances?
I think basically, yeah. I will say from the gameplay perspective, Haruka has 2 songs that she dances to, and every single time you go to a battle, it's one of 2 songs.
That's not great. Yeah.
So
are they good songs the first couple
they
of times?
slap. But
Cool.
All of Haruka's songs slap. There's just not very many.
How much of this isn't going to be relevant to the main plot, is it? The Haruka chapters. This is going to be what's Haruka been up to. Okay, right. Jason's giving me eyes. You say that, I think we're going to be hunting a bear for the next hour.
See,
where is she doing this? Can I ask? What city? What town?
we're in Sutenbori.
Oh!
Is that what family are there?
That's the Omi's main city. That's the one where
okay.
Majima was.
Majima was in Yakuza 0.
Okay.
Yeah, this is like Majima's
Trying to
old
make a connection
turf.
to any of the Yakuza who are involved in media or the music industry.
They didn't want to make Haruka fight, so instead, throughout her chapters, she's going to engage in dance battles with rival idols and dance groups to dominate the Sotenbori entertainment scene. As such, instead of leveling up combat skills, she levels up things like her singing, her appeal, her performance, and her agency's level.
Amazing.
Ken, satisfied by Haruka's S-rank performance, gives her a 5-minute break before they'll get back to it. Meanwhile, downstairs in the Dynachair's office, Haruka's manager, Hiroshi Hori, is on the phone. Haruka's TV interview that Kiryu saw back in part 1 is airing currently, and he's getting calls off the hook about people excited to work with the rising star.
Cool.
President Park sits in the office. That's Hori right there. President Park sits in the office lounge smoking. Isn't it great to own your own business? Smoke inside. When Ogita storms in, falling with a thump onto the couch opposite her while Hori rushes over to get him a cup of water. Ken moans to Park about how is he meant to get Haruka ready for the Princess League with just a measly week left. There's no chance, she'd need months. Park simply shrugs, saying how it's a bit late for complaints. If Ken really was a pro, he'd have no trouble getting her ready in time.
Yeah, Ken.
There is something quite, at the risk of making this dark, there is something quite predatory about, because my assumption is that this is treated quite similarly to how it actually happens, about how idols are recruited, because they've never seen Haruka dance or sing. They've literally kind of seen a picture of her and presumably gone, yep, that'll appeal to audiences.
So in this specific case, it did say earlier, Park met her in a bookstore and struck up like a conversation with her.
It is a weird world, and
yeah.
it's the same
But
with
normally it would be that, yes.
child actors. It's the same thing. It's like this. How
will you look?
informed? I'm not going to get too deep here. How informed can your consent be to getting into this with your life experience?
I take it but we're not really supposed to worry about that for Haruka's bit. We're just supposed to be Haruka's going to achieve her dream.
Will. These are quite sleazy games. I think
fine.
we're going to have to.
That's cool. I was just curious, like how much I should be kind of worrying about the darker aspects of this.
I'm really curious what you are going to think about Park. Is the main one that I'm curious about.
I think she's going to be like a mama, not a Japanese mama, but like a like a stage mama, like they're my girls and that sort of thing.
It's Rose.
Rose, yeah, from Gypsy.
He shakes his head, saying how their original agreement was that they'd get her shining over the course of a year, and now she's halved the schedule. He agrees that Haruka is definitely a diamond in the rough. She's got the moves, the instincts, the looks, boatloads of grit too, but her basic skills, her singing and dancing, those need far too much work.
That's very funny that like the two things she shit at are singing and dancing.
So I don't think that it's never implied that she's shit.
Okay.
It's implied that she actually is pretty decent. She's just not at professional quality. Okay. Like it's really clear that a lot of her rivals have been doing this their whole lives.
Yeah.
Whereas, she was plucked very late.
Yeah.
And while she's got a lot of like the kind of base natural talent that you need for it, just kind of she doesn't have the practice.
I like the idea though of me going for a musical theatre audition and going, so tell us a bit about yourself. Well, I'd say I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good looking. I'm pretty good. Weaknesses? Singing and dancing, I'd have to say.
I've got proficiency in Microsoft Word, proficiency in Excel.
Tick, tick, tick.
I'm a real team player. Haruka is special. After all, she's the only girl that Parks brought to China Chair that's actually managed to stick around. But it's because she's so special that they ought to be giving her time to blossom. Park tells him to shut the fuck up and just do what she's paying him to do. Hori tries stepping in, saying that Ogita's only speaking out of concern for Haruka, but she just fixes him with a cold glare, returning her stare back to Ogita. We signed a contract, but if you don't uphold your end of the agreement, I'd be happy to terminate. Of course, there would be consequences for you in that case. He clenches his fist, getting up and storming out, saying how, yeah, he'll do it. He returns to the studio, drilling Haruka on the choreo until he's satisfied it's good enough for the day and telling her that it will be another hard day tomorrow. Park arrives to the studio as Ogita leaves, reminding Haruka that the Princess League finals are tomorrow. If she wins, they'll be putting a major marketing push behind her. In preparation for that, she's arranged the ultimate opportunity. 4 days after the final, she'll make her debut at a live concert performance in Tokyo. Finally hit the big leagues, so there's no room for failure.
Okay. Wow.
Basically, Park's going, I've already fucking paid these bills. This concert's happening, so you better fucking win.
Oh, I really hope this concert is the backdrop for our finale.
Oh, that would be so
That's
cool.
going to be so cool if that's the case.
Haruka is shocked and excited, but equally nervous. It's a whole shit ton to take in.
I'm sorry, I have a question. Apologies if you said this already. The Kiryu looked like he was on the verge of making a decision a year and a half ago, but this is caught up with our story because the interview was a few days ago. This is current day.
So this is
Got
current
you.
day. But that's just the start. It's going to be a whirlwind from there. Hundreds of thousands across the country will be listening to her. Millions will take notice. She needs to be ready. Haruka's unsure that she'll even win the Princess League, so Park gives her the simple motivation she needs. If she fails, she'll stop supporting the orphanage. It will shut down, and she'll have no home to return to.
What?
So don't fuck it up.
Park sucks. Is she at least going to call up Kiryu and be like, you need to come back, sorry? That's brutal.
I hope the finale
Better win the final.
I hope the finale of this game is now Haruka versus Park on a rooftop.
Better win the final.
Or she sings a big number and then on the big LED screen behind her is a home footage of Park being
like 2000s movie. Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
I'm still very curious to see how your opinions continue on
Yes,
Park.
I'm sure you think we'll like Park as it goes on.
We'll see.
This is legitimate. I don't know whether you will.
Okay.
I know equally as many people who love her and hate her.
I mean, that
Very divisive character.
to use the Saejima scale, she is at the bottom of the mountain right now. She's got a hell of a
Get
climb.
on the mountain. I'm upset that you don't have your drawing of the mountain today.
Yeah,
That you
all
were
Park on the
scribbling up
mountain.
and down here.
We've all had a stressful day at work. Probably don't advise threatening a child with homelessness.
And
An
all of her
orphan
friends.
child.
Yeah.
Pep talk over, she gives one final reminder. Haruka is an idol, the source of love and admiration for all her fans who will show their love in a multitude of ways. She needs to remember that that isn't real love. It's one-sided. Most idols get swept up, and when they finally realize that, they crash and burn. They see love as a right, an expectation, but that makes them weak. They can't distinguish between real and one-sided love. But Haruka, she knows true love, so she's going to be fine. She just needs to stay confident. Haruka asks if Park was raised similarly to her, and Park chuckles, confirming that yeah, she was, saying how she was severely abused by her parents before she could even walk and talk, and as such, she was taken from them. That's when she found pop idols, and her dream to find love began, a dream that she herself would never achieve. They wish each other a good night, and Haruka sets off from the office of her home with her manager Hori as an escort. He gives her encouragement, saying how amazing it is that she's made it to the finals of the Princess League after only 6 months of being in the industry, so she's not been down here for long. He asks about school, and remember that that's also the timeline of Kiryu's been a taxi driver for 6 months.
Gotcha.
So they left Morning Glory at about the same time.
Those poor other kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all very much just kind of chilling with an unnamed
Oh, really? We
orphanage
never find out
director.
who Kiryu put in charge.
No.
And as we
Presumably
know,
some goon from back in the day.
Kiryu, obviously, great judge of character, so it'll be someone wonderful.
I think it's Daigo Dojima.
That's where he and Majima are.
He's just down in Morning Glory.
I think it's a crew of guys from Majima Construction.
It's just, what is his name? Not Nishina. Well, who's the other one?
His goon, his right-hand goon.
Yeah.
The other one, yeah, the crazy one. Mini Majima. He asks about school, with her telling him that the studies themselves are going well, but she doesn't really have any friends. Seems people are a bit put off by her line of work. They talk about her behind her back. But Hori tells her to not let them get on her mind, as one of her fans, he can guarantee that her performances are spectacular, and she should hold her head high and shout from the roofs that she's a pop idol.
Do we like Hori?
Hori's very wholesome.
Yeah, okay.
We do like Hori.
Again, at the risk of referencing too much K-pop Demon Hunters, but it is awesome. He reminds me a little bit
very
of their
Bobby.
agent. Yeah,
He's very Bobby, yes.
cool.
They arrive at her apartment, Hori wishing her a good night, and Haruka heading up to bed. The next morning, she wakes up, going over to look at the picture of Kiryu and the Morning Glory kids on her bedside table before she heads out. On her way, she bumps into another kid, Akari Natsukawa, who goes to school with her. Seems that, like Haruka, she's also just transferred here, with her originally coming from Tokyo, but moving for her dad's job. She'd noticed Haruka at school, seeing how she was having a hard time fitting in, and how being in the entertainment biz, the other kids were having a hard time interacting with her. And she wanted to introduce herself to Haruka and become friends. Aww. Two slow-talking Tokyo kids making their way in this fast-talking Kansai world.
Who's her dad? Who is her dad?
She tells Haruka that she's a dancer, but she can't afford lessons, so she just tends to meet up with people and dance on the street. One day, she wants to be a choreographer and work with pop idols like Haruka. That's why she loves being Sotenbori, with it being a dance hotspot for Japan. After all, this is where breakdancing was first introduced to Japan by some weird one-eyed bartender way back in the 80s.
Wow.
That's fun.
It's not actually stated. It's
Oh, you just put that in.
Just as this is where breakdancing was first introduced. People came to Sotenbori from all over the country in hopes of making it as a dancer. I do think it's very funny that she makes this line, and Yakuza 0 is the next game to come out, and they put the breakdancing style in.
Ah, of course. Yeah, probably pointed them.
I can't believe we're finally about to overtake Yakuza 0, as we did it so long ago, and our next episode will be the next one that came out after the first game we ever did, right?
Haruka has no clue, but does comment how she's noticed people dancing on the street all the time. They're dance battles, perfect place to hone skills. Akari suggests that they try one right now, Haruka versus her. Wouldn't it be nice to do something with a friend for a change? They duke it out in what will become the ongoing theme of Haruka's section. Amazing. Random street dance battles.
Does Haruka have skills that can be improved? As
she does, yes, like her dancing or singing,
cool.
Things like that. Legitimately, I do not know what they actually have.
Got you.
But yeah, she just dance battles everyone. It's great.
Be a bit rough for this girl if she loses to Haruka, given we know that Haruka's not yet a very good dancer.
She wants to be a
choreographer.
They duke it out, but Haruka's a real pro, so she sweeps Akari off her feet.
Oh, Akari.
Well, remember, Haruka's been getting professional training like 10 hours a day, daily.
I also like the implication, and I'm definitely reading too much into this, that maybe Haruka's just not quite there yet in a professional setting, but see when she's down in the muck, what she knows, the grit. You know, it's like if you were great at street football, but not very good on the pitch, you know?
I feel like you guys have gotten some same strange thought in your head that Haruka's a bad dancer. Haruka's a fantastic dancer.
Let's run with it.
She doesn't have professional polish.
No, yeah, she's singing and dancing. She's shit at. I know.
We hear you. You don't need to make a joke out of it. She's coasting on other gifts.
They both had a great time. Akari showing Haruka all kinds of new moves that she'd never seen before. It was also nice to to finally get to just dance for fun, not having to see it as work. Akari heads off, telling Haruka that
she's already so jaded. She's been in the entertainment business 6 months, and she's there smoking a cigarette. God, I miss this. Back when dancing wasn't about the money.
Akari heads off, telling Haruka that she should find dance battles in the street and challenge them to hone her skills. After Haruka ADHD brain spends the next several hours dance battling every single person she catches eye with, like a childhood Pokemon trainer, she heads to the office, meeting up with Hori so they can head to the first thing on today's schedule, a handshake fan event. They meet up with Uda, the chairman of Sotenbori Merchants Association, who sponsors Haruka's fan club. They're going to be sponsoring the event.
Wait a minute, has Haruka released a song yet?
Yeah, she has a few.
Oh, she has a few songs like in the charts?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, she's not made her debut as like a professional. She's very much kind of still seen as a bit of an amateur-ish idol. Like that's what the Princess League is here for, is the ones who haven't like made their full professional debuts yet.
Gotcha.
So she's got some fans. She also gets to do handshake events. There are so many idol gameplay minigame segments. So this is just an entire minigame where you stand at a table and shake fans' hands and manage their satisfaction by talking to them, and also calling over security if they ever creep on her too long.
Wow.
Well,
wait a moment
got dark
smile.
already.
What's the wait a moment smile? Is that the signal to your security to come and help?
Yes, it. No. That's he's coming to bounce this guy, and she's like, "Oh wait, he's cool. He's not gonna assault me yet."
Wow.
Yikes.
That's crazy. I don't know what to say.
I'm starting to think the Yakuza might have been a safer career option for her.
Yeah.
Do you like how this adult man is walking up to the 16-year-old girl, calling her his goddess?
I don't like the fact that there are two adult men back to back in this queue.
Okay, to be fair, that one is the security.
Right, okay.
He's glowing yellow because he's about to bounce this guy.
Do you ever get like sweet ones where it's just like other little girls and
Oh,
stuff?
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, okay.
There are equally as many adult men.
Wow. Idols. What a weird concept.
The event goes off without a hitch, but as they're leaving, Hori gets concerned Haruka may have a stalker. Hori goes up to confront her, but gasp, wait, that's not a stalker. That's Yoko, a world-famous stylist and makeup artist.
Oh, with that hair?
With that hair. She's a world-famous stylist and makeup artist.
It's not quite a beehive. What would it be? A bun, a very
like a
tall,
tower.
not bun.
Yeah.
Marge Simpson hair.
Yeah, I'll be very upfront. Yoko is potentially questionable trans rep. They do kind of play her off as a drag queen.
Right.
Ish, but it's also very clear that it's in that way of like, she's definitely a trans woman, and that's just not fully socially acceptable if they call her drag queen. I think they specifically, they call her an okuma, which is, that kind of derogatory term for a crossdresser.
Right. Still rough hair though.
Yeah, the hair is rough, but if you look at it from like the drag queen angle that they were kind of going
for.
for.
Yeah. If
Very
drag
drag
queen
queen
a bit
hair.
bigger. Yeah.
Anyhow, Yoko just arrived in Sotenbori, and she was actually not staring at Haruka. She was staring at her ex, the president of the Merchants Association.
She's just giving him daggers across the room.
Besides, she's not a stylist anymore. These days, she's just a regular old okuma.
Right.
Hori won't hear it, though. Trying to get Yoko to become Haruka's personal stylist. She looks over at Haruka. This little potato face? And refuses.
God damn.
It's brutal. She's 16. Lay off.
Hori tells her that it's a shame, saying how Haruka's about to compete in the finals of the Princess League before heading off. As they go, Yoko ponders. So the country bumpkin wants to turn herself into a princess.
Is Haruka going to assemble like a team of underdogs? Is that what we're doing?
This is the story of second chances. This is the game about
Dreams.
dreams and second chances.
They head back to the office where Hori tells Haruka that the finals will be in a simultaneous tournament format. Both competitors will sing the same song on opposing stages at the same time, and whoever has the most fans by the end will be the winner. It's very that one scene from Scott Pilgrim, the amp v amp battle.
You'd be exhausted being there for a few hours as a member of the audience, right? Yeah. Right, who do you fancy? I was going to go to the toilet. Should we we'll walk over to this one?
It's like Building the Band. Have either of you watched Building the Band on Netflix? Underrated reality show, really, really fun. They stick them in pods, they sing separately, and then they have to build a band based just off the voices. But at the finals, when they have to perform live, you are there as an audience member, and you have to vote on your phone for who like wins an album deal, basically. And I remember turning to my wife and just being like, you'd be exhausted because you've got to like hype up every single band because you don't want to be you want them all to get a good chance at it, and you don't want the energy to dip. Just knackering.
From now, you can pick up even more. There's like a little board in the corner that has all of Haruka's professional engagements and jobs that you can take. And you can do even more things, like more handshake events, photo events.
Oh, it's another man.
Live street performances.
That's all adults.
And you can, of course, also make some TV appearances by doing things like running really fast on the TV show Running Girl.
Oh, of course.
You can play
Does that get a
pool.
new season?
Yeah, new season.
Play pool.
Play pool.
What, on telly?
Go bowling.
Right, okay, these are just activities.
Normal ones.
These are just things that Kiryu does.
Play some darts.
These are just normal ones.
And play some air hockey.
Yeah, great. Love air
These
hockey.
all very classic idol activities.
Absolutely.
Can I ask if you were forget about the air hockey and the whatever else, but the say you want to really focus on the idol career, so you're doing the main plots and all the side dances and all the kind of the jobs. How long can you spend as Haruka doing this?
One thing to point out, these are all jobs. These level up your idol skills.
How long are you spending then? Can you spend 20 hours as Haruka doing all this? Is this
20, 30 hours, yes.
Wow.
Wait a minute, so what, you're stuck on a boss in the tournament and you're like, oh man, I'm just not ready for this. I need to go play some pool to get my level up.
Yeah, basically.
Jesus
Because it's a job for the agency.
Okay.
Because all these minigames are like televised TV segments.
Wow.
On like just random variety shows.
To be fair, I would watch that. I would watch a pop star play air hockey on
that's
Good Morning Britain or something.
That's very East Asian TV variety shows are really popular. Like you remember on K-pop Demon Hunters that play games with us.
Oh,
It's just random TV shows where they just play random old games.
Yeah.
And it's kind of just, to see your favorite personalities. It's very like the professional TV version of like Twitch streamers.
Totally.
Kind of vibes. Yeah. So all idle jobs. Once Haruka's wrapped up with all that incredibly, incredibly important work, it's finally time for the finals. They head to the Soten TV studios, quickly spotting the producer Monda-san, and with him, T-Set, an idol duo comprised of Mai and Azusa, who used to work with Dynachair before they left to go work with Osaka Talent.
Idol politics.
They're Haruka's competition in the finals.
Oh.
Are they nice? Are they?
No, these are mean girls.
Yeah, they mean girls.
T-Set goes to head for their dressing room, passing by Haruka and Hori as they go to introduce themselves. But as they do, Mai sticks her leg out, tripping Haruka, causing her to fall right onto Monda-san, knocking his coffee and spilling it all over him.
Oh, no, she didn't.
They're really nice girls.
Rude.
Right before the finals, too. What a way to introduce yourself. He scolds at her. Sometimes a single mistake's all it takes for you to lose everything. As for you, he turns to look at Haruka, still on the floor. Your career will never take off if you can't even get along with kids your own age. In the industry's hard, man.
Yeah, look, I get it. I appreciate that we're not coloring this up, actually. It's good.
T-Set sneers at her, laughing as Haruka and Hori bow again and again in apology to Monda, saying how it was an honest mistake. Long as you don't make another in the finals. He walks off to change.
Do you know how in school people used to say, my dad could beat up your dad?
Yeah.
Haruka's dad could beat up your dad and 1,000 of his friends.
However many the engine can support at one time. I hope Kiryu's at these just in the background somewhere. Just like...
Kiryu is in Fukuoka driving a taxi.
Yeah, but like he takes a day off and he pops by just to be like, yeah.
That's like at least an hour bullet train away.
Yeah, he could do it. He's Kiryu. He flew.
Yeah.
No, that was Saitama who flew, remember?
Damn it,
he learned it from the mountain god.
And who was it that went in a rocket? Was it Kiryu that went in a rocket at one point?
In a rocket?
No, am I making that up?
Yeah, I think I don't
From
think
another
we've got
series.
I have no clue what the fuck you're talking
In a
about.
missile or something across country.
I think that was Raiden from Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance.
Was that Revengeance?
Yeah.
No, that did also happen in Yakuza.
Oh yeah.
God, who was that? No, that was Kiryu in Yakuza 3. 3. Remember that after Kazuma's secret twin brother was a CIA operative, and he gave them a lift in the world's fastest
Is
superjet.
that Yakuza 3, Secret American Brother? God.
Yeah, the secret American brother who had CIA and military connections.
Right.
That's serious.
God, I completely forgot about that. I can't believe you remembered that.
Yeah, sorry for bringing it up.
I regret it already.
Hori leads Haruka over to her dressing room, but as they go to enter, they see T-Set leaving theirs in their performance outfit, and he goes to confront them for tripping Haruka. He grabs Mai's wrist, her struggling
Don't do
against
that. That's a child.
I think Hori used to be their manager.
Oh, there's a relationship here.
He's very much like, you little shits who used to work for me. And he's like, she's struggling against him and shouts for her manager, Nakai.
Oh, he looks like a sleazebag.
The dressing room opens as Nakai steps out. He's a rough, Yakuza-looking type. He gets in Hori's face, threatening to crush the entire Dynachair agency if they lay another hand on their talent. Haruka tries to drag Hori away, but Mai stops them, demanding to know how they're going to make up for hurting her wrist. Haruka steps up to her, asking if she's ever been to Okinawa before. Okinawa. Lots of sun. Beautiful beaches. You'd love it there. You should go sometime. I'll tell you all the best places. In this complete confusion, she turns, just walking straight back to her dressing room.
Kill her with kindness, sure.
Just baffle her.
The T-Set's completely baffled. Nakai kind of looking over, just laughing his ass off, going, she's probably saying a holiday to Okinawa would cheer you two sour pusses up. And then he looks after her, saying how he sees what Park saw in Haruka. Nakai, very rough, not actually like a horrible guy.
Right.
Well, we've only
Just
seen
very,
one,
very professional.
We've only seen one manager physically assault a child.
Also, these PS3 rubber latex graphics.
Well, you say that. There have been some shots, and I can see it in motion not looking nearly as good. But some of these stills do look fantastic.
There was the shot in the prison after the fight when it was snowing, and there's a few like silhouette shots that were genuinely really cool.
Oh, there are some fantastic shots in this game. I just think that specific texture looks very funny.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We still haven't mastered that. Still haven't mastered hair in most games.
Back in the dressing room, Hori tells Haruka how T-Set used to go to their training school, but they couldn't handle how Park handled things, so they ended up moving over to Osaka Talent. Anyway, she should probably not try to agitate them too much. It won't do good to make enemies in this business. She's confused as to what he means, with him questioning that wasn't that why she told them to shove off to Okinawa? Haruka, of course, is a sweet little wholesome bean, and legitimately only said it because she thought they seemed stressed.
What a legend.
Anyway, he tells her to get dressed. She can use the makeup over there. She goes to get ready, but it's not long before there's a knock at the door. In strolls Yoko, the stylist.
Yay.
Haruka's confused as to what brings her here. What brings me here? Well, maybe it has to do something with the fact that you're a little country bumpkin. A ragged little bumpkin fresh off the farm.
She loves her.
Yeah, I love this.
Anyway, she saw T-Set, and ooh, boy, did they look professional. Haruka may have talent, but she'll never get anywhere looking like that. And so she shall help.
These are the kind of movies that my wife and I watch on a Sunday. Is movies with these exact characters. I'm thinking Miss Congeniality. I'm thinking, you know.
She does Haruka's makeup and gives her a swanky new quick change outfit, which for which the reveal is very much Haruka's heat action.
Cool.
Is a nice little quick change reveal.
Do you get to customize Haruka's idol look?
You do not.
that's
The idol
missed
outfits specifically are predetermined.
Huh. That's surprising.
We've just got one of the best designers in the world to come and design Haruka's look, so.
Yeah, but I want to like make it purple and pink and add racing stripes on it and stuff. So
You can barely even change Kiryu's outfit in some of the games.
good point. Yeah.
Haruka's confused. Why is Yoko going so far to help her? Yoko tells her that she reminds her of someone, a certain idol that she used to work on, who in the end she wasn't able to make shine like she deserved.
Oh, it's Park.
Anyway, if she ever wants more beauty tips, she can find Yoko in her hiding spot as a little goblin under the Iwao Bridge. Little makeup troll. I skipped every single one of Yoko's quests. I will tell you it is Park, yes. Because all of Yoko's quests are garbage.
Perfect.
But we like Yoko.
We like Yoko. Yoko, wholesome little makeup troll under the bridge. The cameras roll. The lights shine as host Dolce Kamiya announces the format of the tournament. The 1v1 stage v stage, where whoever has the most fans on their side by the end will be declared the winner.
I think we know who this is, don't we, Monty? This is our 11th hour twist villain.
Dolce Kamiya.
Dolce.
The host. This has to be quite a crap event to go to as an audience member. Because
It's hype as hell.
yeah,
It's
but
like a
surely
massive
they're like
concert.
shrieking over each other to try and like, if one's like riffing, the other's like trying to do the medley, and you just got this wave of noise at you that doesn't meld. No?
I would assume that given the format of the competition, you likely are meant to stick to the song, and it's more about technical execution perfection.
Huh, okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
What you're describing was what when we were
Battle of
younger,
the Bands.
going to. I would go to these parties with all your kind of musical theatre friends.
Yes.
And I would be the only sort of one dot in that world there. And you'd be playing songs
That's
on
what it is.
the iPod or whatever. And they would all be singing harmonies over each other as loud as possible. And I'm like, I'm trying to sit in the corner and drink my adult juice and maybe have a conversation with some of you.
And everyone's in the corner belting
Riffing.
Feed Me from Little Shop of Horrors or something. Yep.
Feed me, Kiryu. Feed me all night long.
And of course, there were a couple of bigwigs from your
That's
Amdram
right.
company there. So you're trying to like show off for them, and you're so adult juiced by that point that you're trying to be like a bit of a big shot as well. Oh my god. Lots of fun. Cannot imagine them actually being good to watch.
Oh,
those
no,
parties.
they're great. The finale will be 3 rounds. Round 1, a pop showdown, competing to see who has the best combination of charm and vocals. Round 2, the dance round, where the contestants will dance to an up-tempo song. And whoever does the best in round 1 and 2 will get a bonus moving into the final round, giving them an advantage. I legitimately don't think it ever describes what that advantage is, so we're not going to worry about it. A gun. Japan's leading record label has also promised the winner of the Princess League a major label debut. The crowd warmed up. It's time to announce the contestants. First up, dancing in perfect unison and singing in pitch-perfect harmony is this duo's claim to fame. Their popularity has skyrocketed from right out of the gate. With an impressive string of wins under their belt, it's the super idol duo, T-Set!
Yeah.
T-Set!
Boo. Boo. Overrated.
They're going against the talented newcomer.
Girl.
They're going against the talented newcomer who's suddenly blasted ahead of all the other challengers. Can this surprising diamond in the rough realize their dreams here on the Princess League? It's Haruka Sawamura!
Bumpkin.
That's a great idol look. I like it. It's fun. It's very, very Haruka.
Which of them will attract the most audience members with their dazzling performance? Well, given the power that Haruka has the power of drag queen reveal outfits and a healthy dose of plot armor, on her side, she obviously comes out on top, baby!
Yeah,
Woo! Round 1 secured. Haruka and Hori I will be forcing you all to watch the Haruka songs over lunch.
Totally here for it.
Round 1 secured. Haruka and Hori head back to the dressing room. Hori congratulating Haruka on a well-won victory, saying that it's time they head home. They should also probably apologize to Amanda as well, but for some reason he's not answering his calls. Sure, that's nothing to worry about. Tell you for sure, that's nothing to worry about. I'm not sure why they made a deal out of that.
Oh, okay.
They head back to the office. Hori also telling Haruka that he went and updated her bank book like she asked. He hands it to her. She sees another transfer from Nagasu. Uncle Kaz, is this your idea of hiding from us? She smiles, causing Hori to question, but she giggles it off, saying that it's a secret. He tells her that she's got a singing lesson at 7 and sends her upstairs, chuckling to himself about how being a pop idol sure is hard work. Yeah, she literally just came back from competing in the finals of the competition, and she's like, oh, okay, back to rehearsal.
I mean,
back to rehearsal. It's like 7 at night.
That's the idol life. I understand. This is how she's a grafter. I love T-Set's logo. Grafter. She puts in the graft.
Also, yes,
Yeah.
so do I.
T-Set's logo is really cool. No. What?
Oh, no, it's not a grifter. That is different.
No, a grifter is a bad thing.
Grafting is work.
Yeah, you put in the
Makes
graft.
sense. You don't know what that word is.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. You work much harder than us.
I'll just take my 150-page script and leave. The 150-page script I've been spending my whole life for the past month on.
And you would regret making that joke.
Piece of shit.
It was just there.
Sometimes you just gotta take the bit. The bit won't even make sense.
He turns around to head back into the office, walking straight into a slap from Park, who drags him by the ear into her office, telling him how she got complaints from both Manda and Osaka Talent. He was in charge of watching after her. How could he let something so stupid happen? She explicitly told him to keep Haruka away from everybody else. She doesn't have any naive illusions about the entertainment industry. The more she's exposed to the dark underbelly of the business, the more that she's going to see it as just a job, and Park can't have that. She needs Haruka to be able to form her own dream, one that she can hang on to. Some girls need to be taught to grasp the harsher realities, but Haruka isn't like that. Haruka needs something that she can take with her wherever she goes. Haruka's seen enough dark fucking underbellies.
Yeah.
So for most idols, you have to kind of like expose them to the reality of the situation. For Haruka, they're just like, no, we need to like add a bit of pop back into our princess.
Yeah. Park, she's been through more than you.
Good.
Hori listens quietly to his scolding, his head hanging, simply saying that he understands. Upstairs, she goes through a singing lesson with her vocal teacher, Yamaura, before heading down to the office to find Ogita for her dance lesson. Hori tells her that he's in with Park. She heads over to knock on the door, but before she does, she hears the shouts of a heated fight between them. Ogita shouting about what does Park know about dancing? Leave it to the pro. She warns him to watch who he's mouthing off to, but he just tells her to shut the fuck up. So that's how it is. You're fired. Gather your things and go. He laughs cruelly, saying how the sun will go cold before Park can find a way to teach Haruka without him. He's the only reason that she's come as far as she has. He shouts that just because she's holding the purse strings, she knows what's best. She simply lights up a cigarette, letting out a deep breath before scowling at him, telling him that in this business, the one paying the bills is always right. Ogita's useless to her now. With her money, she could replace him 100 times over. She flicks her cigarette at his face, burning him, telling him to get out of her office.
How true is that, Chase? The choreographer, is he like a genius savant choreographer, or is he?
He's pretty fucking good.
He's good, but
I'm not gonna say he's like the world's best, but
Right.
he's pretty solid.
but he's not the sole reason that Haruka is successful, or is this a major loss?
It's a fairly major loss. We do learn in a second he is, I think, Haruka's 6th or 7th dance teacher because this keeps happening.
Right. Okay.
Park's just very, very rigid in her standards.
I am more invested in Haruka's career as an idol as I am in the entire fate of the Tojo clan.
I'm so glad. I was
sort
really
of
worried
given
you guys
up on
would
the
hate the
Tojo.
idol stuff.
Yeah, screw the Tojo. Just give me the rest of the game. Haruka doing dance tournaments.
Yeah, maybe Majima comes to watch. Maybe
Yeah.
if her dad can't come, her uncle Majima could
Gorumi is going to be the new choreographer.
Sorry, Majima's dead. Sorry, I forgot.
Ogita calls Park
Didn't
a
even
bitch.
bother to correct me that time. That's how I know Majima's fine.
Ogita calls her a bitch, turning to leave, saying how she's going to have to pay for breaking their contract. Will I? There was no penalty clause. I'm under no obligation to pay you if you don't complete the work that I hired you for. Read your contracts before you sign them.
Yeah, read your contract, bitch.
Don't call women
He
a
shouts
bitch.
that he did read them before realizing that she had made a tweak right before they signed. She shrugs, telling him to take it up with her lawyer. So she he read it and she went back and she's like, oh, I need to make one little less, grammar edit. At the last second, just changed it so she didn't have to pay him at all.
Wow.
So he's not gotten a penny out of his work.
Wow.
That is she's a cold
She
cucumber.
sucks. She does suck.
She sucks, yeah.
He's being bad in this situation to an extent, but she sucks.
He grabs her by the collar, dragging her up to face him. What? Don't have the guts to hit me? He scowls, throwing her to the floor, storming out past Haruka and Hori. They rush in, but she doesn't have time for their sympathy. She needs them to do something for her. She says that they likely just heard her fire Ogita. Hori concerned, saying that she's at this point fired just about every dance instructor in Kansai. Hori, shut the fuck up and listen, you little shit. She's heard that the dance instructor Christina is currently in Japan for a concert at Osaka-jo Hall. His full bio hasn't been made public, but they say that there are stars all around the world whose talents blossomed thanks to his guidance. But he's not swayed by money or power. He only will take on dancers that he finds personal interest in. Hori thinks that this plan is batshit, causing Park to ask if he wants fired as well, which immediately gets him to go, all right, Haruka, let's go. Given only a tip that he goes bar hopping every night, they head out to find him. They split up, Haruka going from bar to bar, hearing the same story that the tan, flashy dancer was there, but he's gone. After, which I love, she walks in everyone and they go, hi, why is a child in a bar?
Yeah,
Go away.
Again, maybe don't split everyone up. Have someone go with her.
The streets of Sotenbori. Perfect place for a 16-year-old.
I know she's probably capable, but they don't know that.
After hitting what feels like the dozenth bar, Haruka ends up bumping into Akari, who's shocked to hear the name Christina, but looks a bit troubled at it, saying that she actually just saw him over on the footpath by the river. They can catch him if they run. Sure enough, they find him quickly, and he immediately recognizes Akari, seemingly having just been asked by her before to teach her.
Oh.
But he wasn't interested in her.
Oh.
She begs him for one more chance, explaining that she brought a pro and explaining the story to Haruka, begging her for help, saying how she doesn't have the looks or the connections that Haruka does. Haruka tries saying that she's actually only here to talk to Christina about work, but Christina tells her that she'll need to dance then. He'll watch them both, and if he's interested, then they can talk further.
Oh.
They have a little dance battle in front of him, and he watches intently. He looks at them one by one before smiling at Haruka, saying how it looks like they're going to have a very good talk.
Can you lose this battle deliberately to give it to your friend?
You cannot know. Akari doesn't understand. Sure, Haruka won, but was she that much better? Why? He normally wouldn't explain his reasoning, but he's in a good mood. Her technique is immaculate. But in perfecting her technique, she's become robotic, losing the heart and emotion. He felt nothing watching her dance, even as well executed as it was. Don't dance for others' approvals, Akari-san. Dance from the heart. Show the world how you feel. I feel like I should give him like a French accent. Don't dance for others' approvals, Akari-san. Dance from the heart.
You know what? Yeah, I'll take it. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, that sounds like the Mormons from Lake House and Lake 2 Lake House.
shows the world how you feel. That's even worse. I'm stopping that.
Veering into a sort of German parody there.
I thought it was more like Lumiere from Beauty and the Beast.
That's what I was going for.
Love Ewan McGregor, who struggled manfully through that accent.
She doesn't understand Christina's words, cutting her deep. She shouts that she's never going to dance again and runs away.
Jesus Christ.
Haruka wants to run after her, but Christina stops her, saying that what Akari needs right now is time and space to think and breathe. If Haruka wants to be a good friend, she can support her later and help her grow. Anyway, on to work chat. Haruka explains that Park wants to talk to him about becoming her dance teacher. He chuckles, saying how instead of coming to see him herself, she sent the dancer. Actions speak louder, as they say. Quite a competent president she seems to be. He agrees to meet her, and together they head back to Dynachair, where he watches her choreography. He understands that they need him to get her ready for the Tokyo performance, saying, though, that all he can do for Haruka is point her in the right direction. He's sure Park understands. She does, agreeing to his terms. He can teach her, but ultimately success is up to her. Although with her talent, he's sure they won't be disappointed. He heads home to come up with a program and saying that the rehearsals will start the next day. In the meantime, Haruka makes the rounds doing more work. She heads to Osaka TV to show face and meet people, including the famous palm-reading comedian who reads her palms, seeing her story of grief and tragedy. They get on to talking about T-Set and the Princess League, him saying how T-Set are the most professional idols he's ever worked with. They've truly put a lot of energy and passion into being the best they can be. She also ends up bumping into a TV producer.
Wait, hold on. Sorry, I want to rewind on that. I thought we were going to learn something from the palm reader, but that's all information that they could have got from a Google search.
Oh, yeah.
Haruka, look out. T-Set are pretty good. Wow. Thanks for reading that in my palms.
No, he says that after. That's not in the palms. The palms, he's like, oh, you've experienced a lot of grief. Look at that line.
Oh, okay.
And then he's like, oh, by the way, T-Set.
By the way, can you get T-Set's autograph?
I'm a really big fan. I'm a really, really big fan.
She also ends up bumping into a TV producer who says that he's a fan of her, offering her a place on his show. All she needs to do is give him an evening of her company. He grabs her by the wrist, telling her that she knows how this business works, right? She struggles against him, but he's too strong for her to lose his grip. He tells her to keep her voice down, to not act so shocked. Surely she's done something like this at least a time or two. What's she got to lose? It's a great opportunity. Suddenly, what are you doing? A woman's voice interjects. They spin around to see, surprisingly, T-Set's Azusa. The man immediately is scared off by her appearance, huffing about how Haruka will never make it up the ladder, passing up opportunities like this. Azusa checks if Haruka's okay, telling her that the producer's known for making moves on young girls like her, hoping that she wasn't going to go along with it. After hearing that she wasn't, Azusa gives her a genuine smile, hearing that she'd hate to hear her opponent was doing anything like that to get ahead.
The entire plot of the next game is just going to be Kiryu tracking that guy down like Batman.
Haruka thanks her for saving her, and Azusa tries to pass it off, saying how the producer had tried it on her once as well, and she just didn't want him getting away with it. And also that Haruka needs to be less, immediately trusting. Not everyone in this world is like her. And by the way, don't tell anybody she saved you. Can't have Maya Nakai hearing that she's being, nice. She tells Haruka that she's looking forward to going up against her in the next round with a big smile, and she runs off, leaving Haruka with a smile on her face.
I'm not going to mind either way, really. I'm curious to know if this is going to end with Haruka developing an edge, or if the point will be that she makes it out the other end of this story, still sunshine and rainbows. Either way is fine. I'm just curious what the end game looks like for her. I'd like a bit of edge. I think just a wee knife.
A wee knife.
That she just carries around.
Around the studio, various rumors swirl about T-Set, about how they might have talent, but their success is only because they've been sleeping their way to the top, doing the nightly pillow dance with the show's producer. Everyone is saying it. Haruka tries to defend them, saying that they'd never do that one of them saved her from that very thing, but the industry's cruel. She only gets put down and scolded for even trying to defend them. Haruka returns from the studio, heading to Park's office to meet with her. Inside, Park stands in front of an open safe, reading a letter. Hearing the door open and Haruka and Hori entering, she returns the letter to its envelope, placing it in the safe and locking it with an ornate fountain pen.
Wow. Okay, right, James Bond.
Park tells them that she's managed to set up an appointment with Manda at Soten TV for them to apologize in person. She's already apologized over the phone. Before they can go, she asks Haruka who did her makeup. When she tells her that it was herself, Park scolds her, saying how it's a mess. They'll get a makeup artist to do it before she goes.
Jesus.
But she needs to teach herself properly next time. She tells Hori to get the makeup artist, causing him to ask, won't that make them late for the meeting? Ugh, men make the worst managers. She tells Hori to wait outside, saying that she'll do it herself. She tries telling Haruka that she needs to be prettier to get into more trendy fashion. Don't be content thinking that you're pretty enough just the way you are. Haruka doesn't think that she's pretty at all. Park doesn't correct her. Dick. For some fucking reason, Haruka is beyond happy at this conversation, telling Park that she's never thought that she'd be able to do stuff like this, like putting makeup on together. She's really glad. I think she may just be projecting mommy issues onto Park, but you know, you do you, Haruka.
100%.
Haruka's bar is so low.
I understand I understand the side of the fan base that might like Park. I mean, obviously we've still got more game to go. I understand the reading here of the Park is just she's a woman, a self-made woman who's a realist, and she just wants to
Character.
Yeah, she wants to like turn coal into diamond to make them hard enough to deal with the realities of the world. She still sucks as a person.
You can understand. You
Yeah.
can understand why she is the way she is, and still think she sucks.
Yeah.
I will say that by the end, I like Park as a character. I don't know if I like Park as a person, but I like her as a character.
I think she's gonna have like a badass
agree with you
stick up
already,
for Haruka
yeah.
moment. But yeah.
Park immediately turns around and goes, I guess it's true. Every girl needs a mother. She promises to take Haruka to the hottest fashion spot in town, finishing up her makeup and sending Haruka off with Hori to the meeting. They head to the studio, finding Manda, who's in a bit of a panic and absolutely thrilled to see her. Seems that they actually just had a last-minute game show contestant drop out. She'd be the perfect fill-in. And I guess that it makes for a good apology. She joins in on the Sotenbori love check. The name of this town is spelled Sotenhore. Is that true or false?
False.
Oh, you're so right. Yeah. You're so right.
Monty.
This is some great content. This is some great content. The pair meet Manda after the show, apologizing for earlier. After the help they gave, he's happy to call it water under the bridge. Besides, he owes Park a few favors from back in the day. He turns to Haruka, asking if she did her own makeup. He's unsurprised when Haruka tells him that Park helped, saying that when he saw her, she reminded him for a moment of a younger Park. He comments how you can never know in this industry. People are always changing, growing. He had originally thought that he had the Princess League in the bag, no issue, but he might be starting to think differently now. Anyhow, he wishes Haruka a good luck in the remainder of the competition and heads off, and Haruka and Hori head home to Sotenbori. Chapter 2, Hope Lives On. The next morning, as Haruka's headed into work, she gets a text from Ayako. The kids at Morning Glory are her biggest fans, keeping up excitedly with all her work. Seems Haruka's also been sending them some gifts every once in a while on the side. They wish her luck on an upcoming interview that she has. She heads to the interview, which turns out to be a fan letter answering interview, specifically answering fans from Okinawa. Really adorably, almost all of the letters sent in to the show have very clearly come from the kids at Morning Glory.
That's adorable.
All under, adorable pseudonyms like Professor Cosmos, I Love Riona, and Dragon Mask Man. She laughs to herself, thinking about how silly all the names are and how they very obviously it's them.
I mean, it's a nice way to learn that you don't have any real fans in Okinawa.
Yes. But also, Dragon Mask Man, we immediately assume it's Tai-Chi, but it is obviously Kiryu.
Oh, good sure.
Yeah.
They think, did they think that she wouldn't figure it out? Reminds her of a certain other someone she knows. One of the letters reads, "How do you do, Sawamura-san? I always watch you when you're on TV. You're the main topic of conversation at our house. We used to have people who were like a mother and father to us, but they both left on long journeys. Now I'm the oldest boy, so I've been trying to be responsible and dependable like they were, but it's not easy. What can I do to become more like them?"
Aww.
Haruka responds saying, "It sounds like you've been doing great. Just keep at it. I'm sure all the younger children look up to you. Because you already have those virtues you admire in the two people who left. Besides, those two people weren't perfect. They made all kinds of mistakes. So don't worry about what you can't do now. You're already doing a lot." The interviewer, while very confused at,
Very sus
how
answer.
very personal and specific that answer was, does feel the heart that she's put into these responses, promising to publish them unedited.
I feel like in the very cynical world of idols, where it's like, oh, people are going to know your backstory, people want to get invested in who you are, I would have felt like her management would have really pushed and exploited the fact that she was mother to like 20 children.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Maybe Haruka's put a line in the sand there, but
Maybe. As the interview ends, she asks the interviewer for the letters, wanting to take them home with her so she can read each and every one. On the way to her office, she also becomes a stand-up comic duo.
Oh.
Just as one does.
She's
the yes-ander. Okay.
So we've got on screen, she's with presumably the guy doing the first part of the jokes, and she can respond. And one of the answers is just, Which I really like. I hope there's an option to pick that every time.
The guy's just bombing on stage.
Yeah, I think from what I've heard, I think comedy duos are really big in Japan, like specifically with like a straight man and a funny man. So it's like you find this guy on the street and his straight man is like quitting on him, and he's like shit, and he sees Haruka and she's like, "You're famous, be my straight man." You still went out with him?
Yeah, that's another one of the options.
She also gets a text from Akari asking her to do a dance battle with a friend of hers at the footpath. She heads over, meeting Akari's friend Maki, the leader of a dance group called the Hipsters. She'd been hearing rumors that a Princess League idol had been making the rounds, going around beating all the street dancers, and wanted to see if the rumors were true. I have skipped 95% of this entire side content story.
I was about to ask, like, where is... look, I'm loving this, and I don't want it to change. But
there are parts of the side story that I really like that I'm going to...
No,
most of this is main plot.
No, I mean the conspiracy plot.
Why? I thought you don't want that.
No, I'm enjoying this. I'm just curious where it is.
Is this as big a side plot as the
Street racing.
Demon Killer street races?
Yes, but because 90% of it is do the same 2 dance battle songs, I've skipped most of it.
Hipsters meant a very specific thing in 2012.
Yeah, but I think it's more like they move their hips.
Yes, I got it. Yeah,
The hipsters.
like the Beatles. Yes,
I would be like the thigh sters. So
Maki only dances.
you just hit your leg at the table.
Maki only dances hip hop, which isn't Haruka's preferred style, but she's also injured, so she hopes that that's going to make them about evenly matched.
You okay?
Mm-hmm. Continue, I'm listening.
Suffer. Except, see, she's only a C-rank difficulty dancer, so, get fucked. Her friends are shocked to see her lose, especially at hip-hop. Maki's all fired up about it, though, really seeing how Haruka's doing so well in the Princess League, and promising that once she's healed up, they're going to go at it again, and then things will be different. As Haruka goes to leave, she turns, seeing that Akari had come to watch. She comments on how amazing Haruka is, how she's got real talent. Haruka tries telling her that she's also got talent, but after Christina's comments the other night, she's still hurting. Haruka starts to apologize, but before she can, Akari cuts her off, telling her that she's the one who's sorry. Nothing Haruka or Christina said it was wrong. Her attitude was the problem. Haruka returns the apology, saying how she wanted to reach out after it was all over, but she just couldn't work up the courage to. The two make up, Akari offering to take her out to lunch, her treat, and runs off to grab her things. While she's gone, another girl comes up, Yui, another schoolmate of Haruka's that she'd fallen out of touch with. Akari returns, seemingly also being friends with Yui. They all decide to go out together for a cute little okonomiyaki lunch, the first friend outing that Haruka's had in a very long time. And Akari refuses to let it be the last. She's dragging Haruka out whether she likes it or not.
Cute.
And it's not long before Akari does just that, telling her that another friend wants to face her in a dance battle, Aya of the House Queens. I don't have the picture of Aya of the House Queens. She's arrogant, trying to spin rumors that Haruka had been lording her victory over Maki to the people. Akari tries defending her, but there's only one thing that's going to shut her up. So obviously Haruka whoops her, firing her up further, and Maki saying that this time won't be the last Haruka sees of her. Akari apologizes for calling her out again, saying that she actually gets a lot of requests for her to call out Haruka, but usually she turns them down. The first-rate dancers, though, like Maki and Aya, they're a bit harder to turn down, though. Akari asks Haruka if she has any free time, inviting her to go out shopping with her and Yui. It's cute. Akari teases Haruka about only having 3 outfits. Bitch, we've only ever seen you in one. Sit your video game ass down. Shut the fuck up. We learn that Yui's mom passed away, and she's ended up having to take on the role, caring for her 3 little brothers, doing the cooking, the laundry, the cleaning, while Akari and Haruka shop for clothes. She spends the little money she has on things like detergent and cleaning supplies. She's not going to let it get her down, though. The girls decide to go and take a little print circle.
These poor kids, they're all running households and like doing 2 jobs. It's brutal. Rough out here.
The girls decide to go take a print circle to celebrate their blossoming friendship. It's Haruka's first time ever getting to do one, much to the surprise of her friends. And also that's like 99% certain that's a lie because I very vividly remember her doing them with Kiryu back in Yakuza 2. But we're just going to gloss past that. She's going to treasure this picture forever.
It's her
Maybe
only
that
one.
bit was written. Maybe that bit was added into Yakuza 2 after this game.
Plot holes, plot inconsistencies. More people challenge Haruka to dance battles, including Judy from Jazzy Blue, who doesn't really like Christina that much. After all, can't he see how good Akari is? She's technical perfection.
Yeah, Akari should become friends with Judy.
Judy's very clearly gay for Akari. Oh, they're like really close friends.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Cool.
no. So all three of these dancers who have challenged Haruka are close friends of Akari's. They're just like her street battle friend groups.
Right, so Haruka's amassing a harem, basically, of
I
competitors.
would change that word.
Harem's not always romantic,
Yeah,
is it?
it's pretty.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know.
Okay, you said romantic and not the other thing.
Yeah, it's really romantic, I would say. You
Okay,
could
I don't
redo
know
that
then.
line.
A posse.
I also like how every single backup dancer in these little gangs has had the exact same jean shorts.
Yeah, and also they've got the same top. It seems like they're working from quite a limited library of outfits.
Also,
the
the
same
same jacket, just all three of them have the exact same jacket, just in a different color swap.
Hey, no, that's their vibe, that's their look. They're trying to be iconic, I get it.
You're so correct.
Yeah, sorry, Jazzy Blue.
We learned from Judy that Akari actually lied to us about returning to dance. She did take what Christina said very personally and quit, much to the chagrin of all of her dance friends. She reminds Haruka that she's at least partially related to why Akari quit, hoping that she'll help her friend. Haruka, obviously being the wholesome being, promises to, and Judy gives her a leaflet for the Dance Battle Summit, an upcoming dance competition. All of the best street dancers in Sotenbori will be there. TLDR, all the dance bosses we faced so far.
Okay.
We'll be back for a boss gauntlet.
Yeah, it's another tournament. Cool.
As a special guest, even the world-famous choreographer Mitsu will be there. Haruka remembers that being a choreographer is Akari's dream. Catching Mitsu's attention would be a huge leg up for her. Haruka finds Akari on Iwao Bridge, confronting her about quitting. She breaks, confessing, getting frustrated, saying how she's not pretty or talented like Haruka is. She works so hard because of how much she loves to dance for her dream. She thought with all the time and effort she put in, she would never lose in dance, but clearly she was wrong. How could she keep chasing the same silly dream after what happened? It would be foolish. No matter how hard she works, she just doesn't have what it takes. She tries convincing Akari to join the Dance Battle Summit, saying that it will open up all sorts of new doors, but Akari refuses. She can't keep bashing her head against the same wall when she knows what's going to happen. She'll never be like Haruka. She's just mediocre, ordinary. Sometimes the best thing to do is to just quit. Otherwise, you're just going to keep getting hurt and hurting the people you care about too. She confesses that the first time she talked to Haruka wasn't to become friends. It was because of Haruka's job, her connections. Same with the time that she went up against Haruka in front of Christina. She was sure she'd win, that she'd show Christina that she's better than the pros. She's been doing it all only for her selfish gain. She apologized to Haruka for using her, saying how it's fine if she hates her now. She doesn't deserve to be her friend. Haruka doesn't know how to respond after the confession. Akari wishes Haruka good luck with her career, telling her to remember that when her dreams come true. She knows she can do it because she has real talent. She has it.
God, Akari's a bit of a buzzkill.
Jesus Christ.
Every time we show up, she's just like, I suck, Haruka. It's like, yeah, right, well, I don't know, but do something else then. Or just keep pursuing your dreams. Pick one.
I mean, yeah, it's great to encourage people to pursue your dreams. It's not going to work out for everyone, though. She's right.
Yeah. So, I don't know, pick another lane. I don't know.
Jesus Christ. And you said Parks, man? She goes to leave, but Haruka shouts after her, telling her that she doesn't care about all that. She's just still so glad that Akari reached out to her that day, gave her a real friend, despite the kind of person that she is. Don't know what she means by that. She'd be so lonely, but
A liar.
she'd been so lonely, but told herself that was just how it was for her, that was her fate. So when Akari really showed her what friendship was like, showed her how much fun dancing can be, it meant the world. It doesn't matter how we got our start. All that matters is that we're friends now, right? Akari shouts that they can't be friends, that even looking at Haruka just forces her to relive bad memories. Fine, then we don't have to be friends. But even if you don't consider us friends, I want you to at least remember one thing. Friends or not, I want you to know that I still like you, Akari. I like you, and I care about you. And I'm gay for you. Akari walks off, Haruka shouting after her that she'll be at the Dance Battle Summit, that she hopes Akari will be there too. She heads off to the Dance Battle Summit.
I mean, to be fair, the feedback sounded harsh from Christina, but ultimately it boiled down to you have utterly flawless technique, but you've lost a bit. There's not passion there or emotion there. That's a fix. That's an easy fix.
It's also just really good critique. Frankly, it's just it's useful information.
Like it's less work, I would argue, than if someone went. And of course, there's people who are going to be more naturally inclined to like a really emotional performance or whatever. But it's better than the other way around of him going, well, you've got passion and a bit of energy, but God, you need to work on the technique. That's a big job.
YouTube comments could actually take a leaf out of Christine's book, looking at some of the responses to my Resident Evil 5 video.
Moving on. Anyhow. She heads off to the Dance Battle Summit, seeing all the dance groups that she's faced so far, heading over to talk to Judy. She tells her that she tried her best, but she's not sure if Akari's going to show. But Judy's not worried. She knows Akari. She'll come.
Yep.
She directs Haruka's attention towards the stage, where Mitsu, the choreographer, is on. Seems whoever he likes the best will receive his special award. It's like an all-access pass into the world of professional dance. Judy tells Haruka that she already signed her and Akari up for the idol category at the end of the competition. She just hopes that she shows up in time. Yui shows up, saying that Akari's not answering her phone either. Before long, it's time for the idol category. Haruka taking the stage, the MC introducing her to the crowd. He goes to introduce Akari, but she's nowhere to seen. Until she is, as she comes rushing in to crush Haruka's dreams. Bitch, she loves to dance more than anyone. Yeah. Haruka better not go easy on her, and Haruka doesn't. She whips Akari's mopey ass.
You should come back and do this. Really, I think you've got it in you. Stop you into the curb.
Stop being sad, you piece of shit. But Akari's got that fire in her. She's not going to lose again. She's going to keep practicing till Haruka's in the dirt beneath her boots. But not is all for not, as Mitsu takes the stage to announce the winner of his coveted special award goes to Akari!
Yay! They both win. Great.
He tells her that not only did he see a massive improvement from her abilities the last year she was technically perfect but was lacking that spark. But that this year, she seemed to be truly finally enjoying herself. She finally found her missing piece, her girlfriend. He confesses that he was torn between Akari and Haruka, but it was clear from watching Akari that she really loves dancing with all her heart. She really made him feel that she loves it more than anyone else. Dance is a hard industry. Many give up before they reach their dreams. But he doesn't think that Akari is going to ever do that again. He tells her to give it everything she's got, and he'll be in touch. Akari makeup outside. That's not what I wrote. I wrote Akari and Haruka make out outside. Akari and Haruka make up outside, Akari telling her that Haruka's words really struck a chord, and if Haruka can love her, even though they're not friends, she can still love dance, even if she's shit. With that in mind, she can keep her passion no matter what. She was so focused on her dream, along the way she forgot that simple fact that she just loves dance. She asks Haruka if she'd ever consider becoming friends again. Haruka smiles widely. No.
What?
Gonna be rivals.
What?
I'll never consider becoming friends again. Because we're already friends, you silly goof.
Okay. That would have been a really funny way to end the storyline.
No, leaves.
Next chapter.
I was really tempted to find just a picture of Haruka walking away. The three head out for Okonomiyaki, which Haruka guilts Akari into paying for, and looks at her picture, saying, "Oh, it's good to have friends." Yay. Anyway, that rubber bear dead. Haruka has a job, so she heads over to the Dyna chair office. I forgot the Dyna Trace office work was on the brain. Jesus Christ. She heads over to the Dyna chair office, getting changed and heading up to the dance studio where Christina's been waiting for eons for her to finish her fucking, dance battle career. They have a lesson, but god fucking damn it, Hori interrupts, saying that there's a really, really, really important job that's just come up. So Christina ends the lesson for one day, and there goes, one out of the 3 days they have with him, I guess. The super important job is a live performance, subbing in for a performer that quit on a trashy stage for an audience of maybe 5 people. It goes fine. Super worth missing out on a rehearsal with Christina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Anyway,
this is a lot like in Cars 3, right? where Lightning McQueen kind of needs to get his groove back, so he goes back to race on dirt tracks and stuff again. That's what this is. This is Haruka finding her spark in the grime and the muck of Sotenbori.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
What's your favorite chapter ever in a Yakuza game?
It's up there.
It's starting to wear thin for me.
I must admit, a little part of me is
Haruka's
like, can we get to the Tokyo tournament? Yeah.
Yeah, Haruka's my favourite, but I should have known there would be 8 levels of competition to go through.
And now we're going to do it on a shitty wooden stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, we're already done with this.
Oh, we're done with this, right? Okay.
Yeah, no, we're done. Anyway, for the rest of the evening, at least sounds promising, with Hori telling Haruka that Park is planning on taking her out clothes shopping that night, like she promised. As they head back to the office, she comes across a street stall selling jewelry, seeing a brooch that she thinks would look lovely on Park. Hori heads off to run some errands, leaving Haruka to buy her gift for Park. As she's checking out, though, some very familiar voices come up from behind her. T-Set. They make fun of her, saying how tacky the brooch looks. Haruka tenses up, holding the brooch close to her chest, not speaking, causing Azusa to flash angry. Didn't you hear me ask what you were doing? Haruka quietly says that she was buying it for Park. Oh, okay, now it all makes sense. That ugly brooch will be perfect for her. Mai chimes in, asking Haruka if she knew that Park had a failed singing career. Debuted, then crashed and burned before anyone noticed her. Hilarious, right? Does Haruka really think that somebody who can make a name for themselves could really do any better for her? Azusa asks if Haruka really thinks she has any chance of winning. She needs to wake up and realize that she's only there to make them look good. It's fixed, you know. I hear the producer MONTY'S and our agency already have an agreement. You should really drop your agency. Anywhere would be better than that washed up old hag's place. Haruka tells him to stop talking. If you talk about Park like that again, the two girls turn on her, slowly encroaching on her before Mai slaps the brooch from her hand, slamming into the ground and crushing the gem beneath her heel. Haruka winces, but fixes them with a glare, telling them that if they insult Park again, they'll be sorry. Ooh, scary. But you should know, if our agency wanted to, it could crush yours under its heel, just like that ugly brooch. Azusa joins in. If you want to stick around, I suggest you get down and beg for forgiveness. Or do you want to fade into obscurity, just like your washed-up boss? Mai whips out her phone, saying that she'll make a little call. It'll all be over for Haruka. Fear washes over Haruka's face as she gets down onto her hands and knees, begging them to stop. Your head's not low enough. Come on, touch the ground. What are you doing? Stop that. Hori's voice echoes down the street as he rushes up to the scene, accompanied by Park. She tells them that she looks at T-Set, telling them they look well before returning to Haruka, telling her to beg for their forgiveness. They're shocked, asking if Park's sure. Quite. Provided that's what you really want. They don't understand what's going on. See, celebrities don't really get time off these days, except when they're at home, maybe. As soon as Haruka steps outside, she's on the clock. In blogs, on social media, rumors both good and bad can spread like wildfire these days. Imagine what they'd say about you making another idol apologize like this. I doubt it would be positive. The two look around, realizing the crowd that's gathered, their phones out, recording them. They shift nervously, trying to pull their hats and jackets around them, hiding their faces. Try to trip your rivals, and you might just end up tripping yourselves. I've seen it all too many times. Will you fall into the same trap? Azusa grabs May, telling them that they need to go. These idiots clearly can't take a joke. They turn, heading off, but Park stops them, imparting one final bit of advice, given that they used to work together. Real talent doesn't lie. If you're afraid of the competition, it just means that you doubt your own abilities. Why even bother with Haruka if she's not real competition? That's time they could spend honing their skills. People are going to tire of them long before if a pretty face is all they have to offer. As they run off, Park walks up to Haruka, thanking her, going to reach for the brooch in her hands. Haruka pulls it away, shamed. Oh? I thought you bought a present. Silly me. Here I had assumed you'd chosen a sweet, thoughtful gift for me. Haruka shyly hands her the broken brooch, but Park simply smiles, saying that she loves the design. Now, a promise is a promise. It's time to go do some shopping. She tells Haruka to meet her back at the office. She has a couple things she needs to handle first. Back at the office, she meets Haruka at her desk and writes out a memo for Hori. She's going to Tokyo tomorrow and needs to make sure that he knows what needs done. Haruka asks why she's writing with her left hand, but it seems that her right hand was injured when Ogita pushed her to the ground the other day. But that wasn't what Haruka was asking. She's so fluid with her left. She tells Haruka that she wasn't always right-handed. Her foster parents forced her to stop writing with her left. It was common practice when she was a child. Seems parents these days don't seem to mind too much. She finishes her memo, and her and Haruka head out. She's distressed to hear that the only thing Haruka's brought with her since moving here is a single jacket on sale at a department store, and drags her over to La Marche to buy some bougie expensive clothing.
I wonder if that's true. Is that a cultural thing? Like back in the day?
Well, my dad was forced to write with his.
Was he?
That's a global thing.
My dad's left-handed, so and has just been left-handed his whole life. So
a lot of it was like a religious thing.
My dad was born in the 50s, though. My dad's probably maybe a little bit older, but he's now effectively ambidextrous because he was naturally left-handed and was forced to write with his. Yeah, there was all sorts of.
Yeah, that was really common.
God, the world is insane.
Yeah. I think with the religious one, you'd get wrapped in the knuckles if you tried to write with your left because they'd say it was like the devil.
Well, it's all left is sinister and Latin and
something like that.
The devil's possessed your hand. Crazy.
They walk into La Marche, Park getting immediately recognized and greeted. She must be a regular customer. She guides Haruka to pick out an outfit, also getting her a new purse, saying that tonight is all on her. After buying new clothes, Park lets Haruka choose where to go next. Her telling Park that she wants to go to an arcade and play the latest hit game that all her classmates have been talking about. Taiko. Cute mommy-daughter game time ensues, where you get to play Taiko because it's a Sega game.
What is Taiko?
Oh, have you never played these? Oh, it's great. It's a big Taiko drum. You can either hit it in the center or on the rim, and it's just like, it's a rhythm game. That like red and blue circles come through, and you hit either the left or the right drum.
That's fun.
It's really good. They have it for Switch. It comes with like a little mini Taiko drum.
What is it?
Like it's usually an arcade game where you get these like massive big drum barrels, but you can also get it in like a little mini Switch version.
That's cool.
It's great. I really like it. I love Taiko. I've wanted the Switch version. Anyhow, Park's having a great time struggling to separate it from the work that, saying that it really shows how well Haruka's stamina and rhythm have improved from her lessons, but ultimately saying that they need to return. That they're going to return to play more, and Haruka better be ready for her. Before they leave, they notice a print circle machine. Park telling Haruka that they should do that, much to Haruka's delight. They leave the arcade, heading back to the office. As they do, Haruka notices a mother and her daughter out on a night in the town, the child clinging to its mother's hand with delight. Park notices Haruka's long expression, reaching down and taking her hand, holding it tight as they return to the car. As they're in the car, Park pulls out a small box, a gift, both as a thank you for the brooch and as an early commemoration for her debut. Inside is Park's ornate fountain pen, the one that she always uses. She tells Haruka that the pen was a gift to her at her own debut, given to her by someone very special. It's been her good luck charm ever since. She even brought it on stage with her the night of her debut, hidden behind the mic.
Hasn't worked very well then, has it? Didn't her career flop?
Also, it unlocks the secret vault in my office. If I die, Haruka, here's the key.
Here's every file I want you to burn. Every orphanage I threatened to shut down. Every child I co-opted into my working with me.
Haruka tells her that she must have been nervous, Park laughing, saying that looking back, that night was child's play. It was what came after that turned her world upside down. When she debuted at 18, she was already married to the very man that gave her that pen. Of course, she hid the marriage from her agency to the world. She was already hiding her troubled upbringing and her Korean ancestry. The marriage was just one more needle in that haystack. She was, to be very clear, this is not going to go down another Jingwon path. Okay. This is just normal.
Secret Koreans, remember that?
Yeah, no, this is just normal racism.
Such a long franchise.
Yeah, remember the Secret Koreans.
She was able to hide it easily enough until one day she discovered that she was pregnant. She got rid of it, of course, didn't even hesitate. At the time, she was still so young that she just thought it was a sacrifice she had to make as an idol. She didn't tell her husband until after. He'd never hit her before that moment.
Oh, God.
And then he left. Said he'd been holding her back from her dream if he stayed. She thought it was another sacrifice that she had to make, but not long after, her agency found out about the marriage and very quickly phased her out. Her scandal was nothing but a ticking time bomb to them. She even missed out on the massive concert at the Tokyo Dome. It would have been spectacular. That concert was her dream, her chance to show the world. The family that abandoned her, that she'd finally made it. A crowd of 55,000, she laughs. Not bad for a girl who wasn't even loved by her parents. She thought maybe even her ex would come to cheer her on, but alas, her agency made sure that it was never to be. First that, then gigs dried up. She placed a hand on her stomach. Learning that I could no longer bear children was the final insult. I was broken. She wasn't sure she could even make amends for what she had sacrificed. Maybe in retrospect, that's why she wanted to help develop a successful idol. Perhaps she's just struggling to find some form of redemption. Either way, this is all she has left. She laughs, apologizing to Haruka for dragging her into it. Don't say that. I'll work hard. For you and me both, ma'am. Thank you, Haruka. And thanks to you, I may have already gotten back a bit of what I lost. She pulls a letter from her pocket, saying that when Haruka was announced for the Princess League, her ex-husband actually wrote to her. He told her to meet him in Tokyo. Truthfully, she didn't think that she'd ever see him again. He chose to walk a path that she couldn't follow him down. Until now, she hadn't heard a word from him. Haruka, hearing how much her husband meant to Park, tells her that she couldn't possibly accept the pen, but Park insists. But she does say that she needs something in return. A favor. She's aged so much since he's seen her. She's worried what he'd think. Will she meet him in her place? Then she can bring her to it.
What?
Then she can bring him to her. She's basically saying, I'm old. Can you go meet my husband for me? And then...
pretend to be her? Or?
No. Just like, go meet him and then bring him to her.
Okay.
She'd prefer that he didn't see this old face in bright light.
Oh, okay.
Haruka tells her that she'll do literally anything she asks her to do. No questions.
She's been successfully brain controlled by this very manipulative woman.
But also, that Park is beautiful. Aw. Park tells Haruka that her ex-husband promised that he'd come to Haruka's concert in Tokyo. That fountain pen will be the proof that Park had sent her key to meeting him. Haruka happily agrees. The taxi pulls up outside Haruka's apartment, Park telling her that she really enjoyed their night out. They say their goodbyes and part with a smile. The next morning, Haruka awakens to a call from Hori. He sounds panicked, saying that she needs to come to the office right away. Sensing the tone in his voice, Haruka worriedly rushes to the office, finding it swarmed outside by a crowd. Police forming a blockade around the entrance. They block her, trying to get into the office, but hearing that she's a talent there, they tell her that what happened inside. A suicide.
What?
Someone jumped from the roof. Dynachair's president, Park.
What?
She was...
Why? What?
She was killed.
Haruka pushes past him,
yeah.
rushing to Hori, who's being interviewed by one of the detectives, who, hearing who Haruka is, tells her that he'll have some questions for her shortly. But she doesn't have time for that, though, frantically asking where Park is, pushing past them through the tarps that they've erected, blocking the view of the alley. Crime scene workers work diligently at the scene, 2 investigating a large blood splatter at the scene, while another 2 take away the body on a stretcher.
Oh my god.
Haruka watches as they walk past her. No, it can't be. She would never. Not Park-san.
Okay. I don't have much of an audible response to this. I'm in shock.
I love how literally 2 minutes ago you went, lol, when I die, here's my... And I had to sit here going...
I thought this would be like end of game, maybe Park takes a bullet for Haruka or something, but like I don't understand what's happening here. Okay. So yeah, clearly but she didn't even give it to her with a veiled riddle of like, by the way, like my vault, it unlocks my safe. Nothing like that. So
And
I don't know how...
hadn't...
She said go meet her husband.
And which hadn't happened yet. She said, Haruka, at some point you need to go and grab my husband, but that hadn't happened yet.
Well, she said that her husband will be at Haruka's concert.
Okay.
Right. Okay. My
So
bad.
she said go meet my husband at the concert.
Okay. So I think you're right, Neil. I don't think she's killed herself. I think that she's pushed. I don't know why. We'll find out.
Unknown at the time to Haruka, as all this is unfolding, across town, a man in a red suit arrives in Sudamori.
Akiyama. Right.
Part 3, second half. Shun Akiyama and Haruka Sawamura.
Oh, both of them are colliding. This is fun. Okay. Cool.
Chapter 3, closing in.
Cool. All right, I'm hyped. I'm back in.
There are
baby.
four chapters still.
Four chapters for part 3, yeah.
Cool.
Shun Akiyama strolls into what looks to be an abandoned office, walking up to a ragged couch and pushing aside piles of empty coffee cans, old magazines, and stale cigarettes to make room for his shopping.
I love it that nothing has changed.
He flops onto the couch, lighting up a cigarette and relaxing, but not for long as his phone begins to ring. On the caller ID, it's Hana-chan! Hey! He picks up hurriedly. There you are, Chief! Where the heck were you? I've been trying to reach you all night. You just lost track of time, Silly me. Bitch, you were out drinking again all night, weren't you? Seems Akiyama had promised to be back in Tokyo by the end of yesterday. Hana had stayed up all night in the office waiting. He's in Sotenbori, setting up a new branch office for Sky Finance, his loan company.
Okay.
He's been coming to Osaka every month for the last 2 years getting it ready. Already got, definitely got the phones installed and, a sign up front and everything. He's going to open any day now. He's totally not been coming down here.
Now, obviously, the business side, the admin side is 100% run by Hana. But the actual business model doesn't make sense over 2 locations to me, given that it's just him wandering around, picking people he reckons he likes their story and putting them through elaborate, tests.
So I will say, because I don't think I've written this elsewhere, he no longer works at the Kamurocho branch. Hana has completely taken that one over.
Oh, okay.
So Hana now is the one giving all of the loans and the tests and stuff in Kamurocho.
I really want to know what a Hana test looks like.
Yeah.
Can you go and walk my dog? Sure. Here's $2,000.
Yeah, Hana, sure. She scoffs, saying how if he really wanted that office open, he'd have gotten it ready in less than a month. Suddenly, there's a knock on the door. Akiyama tells Hana that he's got to go, which of course she thinks is just an excuse to hang up on her. And as he hangs up the phone, he turns to see a number of Yakuza walk in. The man at their head, Hakamada, is an Omi loan shark, and he doesn't take too kindly to Akiyama trying to settle in on their turf.
Just the opening of Yakuza 4 again.
Yeah.
While they're here, though, they hear that he'll loan any amount with no term limits or interest. Why don't they loan him, cool trillion yen? Akiyama apologizes, telling the men he's afraid that they've wasted their time coming here today. Hakamada shouts, punching through a moving box, saying how he'd better quit jerking them off. Actually, I think I'm the one getting jerked off. You're after protection money, right? Would it kill you to really just say so? Really no way to negotiate. The whole wreck my office at the crack of dawn routines really kind of, pissed me off. A few swift kicks to the nads is all it takes to have those boys running off, clutching at their bruised jewels, swearing that they won't forget this. As he looks around the trashed office, moaning about having to clean it up, his phone goes off. It's Hana again, with news from Hori at Dynachair. The news about Park's suicide. Seems that Park had actually taken a loan from Sky Finance, and Hori wants to discuss it with Akiyama, Hana having told him that he actually coincidentally was in town. Akiyama sets off suddenly, hearing rumors about the suicide around town. People saying that with Park dead, the reputational damage will likely sink Dynachair. Right. He arrives at Dynachair, meeting with Hori, who's relieved to see him. They discuss Park's suicide, Akiyama confirming if it actually was a suicide, but Hori tells him that there was a note and everything. The police are currently evaluating the handwriting to confirm, but as far as he could tell, it was definitely hers. The detective was saying that apparently suicides from executives of smaller companies are on the rise. Akiyama asked what the note said, Hori saying that it was only 2 short sentences. I'm tired. I'm sorry. That doesn't sound like Park at all, leading both of them to question if it really was a suicide. Park had gotten a lot of business entities, Park had a lot of business enemies, but none of them that Hori would think would be willing to go to murder. But more importantly, and the reason that Akiyama was called out, the money in the safe that Park borrowed from Akiyama is missing. It's possible that Park moved it recently without him knowing, but the timing has him unsure. He's been unable to find Park's personal account book either. Hori's concerned, saying how if it really was stolen, he's not sure that they'd ever be able to repay. Akiyama, of course, won't hear any of that. He says that he's loaned the money personally to Park and he'd never expect Dynachair, the company, to be the ones to repay it.
Akiyama.
Hori's worried with Park gone. He frankly doesn't know how Dynachair is going to survive without her leadership. And with that new girl that Park had been pouring all her energy into making her big debut as well, Akiyama hadn't heard that they had a new girl. Hori telling her that she's not great. Excuse me.
Sorry?
Hori telling her that she's got great promise.
Oh.
Right, yeah. So remind me, Yakuza 4, did Akiyama ever meet Haruka? Is he aware of her?
Yeah,
Yes, he did meet her.
He did meet her.
Yes.
So he's going to see, he could see Haruka and go, oh, I know you.
Can I ask what was... Now, it could be any one of 8 or 9 suspects here, but what was the name of the most recent dancing instructor?
Christine?
Kenogita?
Kenogita.
Yeah.
That's the suspect, surely.
Oh, the choreographer that got sacked.
I'm just starting to put together, like, don't get me wrong, it's probably like a grander Yakuza conspiracy, but I'm thinking of like immediate list of suspects.
Yeah.
Because like money has gone missing. He wanted his money.
wanted his
Clearly
pay.
it was T-Set.
T-set, yeah.
T-Set. The little girls killed her. Where the fuck was I? Oh yeah, she's a real gem. Park went all the way out to Okinawa to find her. He doesn't want all the time and effort the Park put into nurturing the new girl to go to waste. With the men in agreement that they don't think that this was a suicide, Akiyama tells him that he's planning on doing some digging of his own into the matter. Wouldn't be a very good money lender if he couldn't keep track of his loans after all. Seems if they want to find out the truth about Park, he's going to have to do it himself. Hori tells him that the last one who saw Park was their new girl. She's upstairs in the rehearsal studio right now. Akiyama heads up, opening the door quietly to find a dark studio. The new girl sits on the ground, knees pulled up tight to her chest near the window facing outwards. He kindly tells her that he'd heard that she was the last one to see Park, that he'd like to ask her some questions, walking up to her. Though I'm not sure if you'll be up much for talking after what happened. He crouches down next to the girl, who turns to look up at him, wiping her tears. Huh? Haruka, shouldn't you be with Kiryu-san? Haruka's face is equally as baffled seeing Akiyama. Akiyama lets out a small laugh, saying how he did guess that he guessed Hori did mention Okinawa. Small fucking world. She's confused as to what's going on with her, so he sits next to her, explaining how he lent money to Park. Seems that she'd been all over Kansai to find a lender, but nobody was willing to help her. Then, a year ago, she'd heard the rumors about Sky Finance, heading up to Tokyo to meet Akiyama. Now, it's not like Park was struggling for cash before, but the amount that she was wanting was far beyond her means. 300 mil. He tells her that money's now gone missing, Haruka asking if he thinks Park committed suicide because she lost it. And he can't deny the possibility, but he doesn't personally believe it, still thinking that it doesn't sound like Park. He tells her about his personal loan philosophy, the tests that he puts his potential clients through to prove their willpower and dedication to their needs. Not only did Park travel all the way from Osaka, she passed his tests with flying colors. Most people who come to see him are going through some rough patches, hoping for quick fixes, but not willing to risk their lives for it. Not that he can blame them. But Park was unbending, clearly willing to fight off an army if it meant achieving her dream. We see shots of her working various jobs under Akiyama's tests as a hostess, a construction worker.
Haruka just looks at me and just goes,
You're friends with my uncle, aren't you?
How very Kiryu-coded of you.
did you ever make my uncle do these tests?
He would have done fucking anything you asked him.
He wouldn't have even taken the money after he did it. He would have just done it for the love of the game.
I'd have forgotten.
Akiyama had never met someone so willing to give everything to achieve her dream. Someone so severely deserving of one of his loans. It's almost like that money rained from the sky for her. Mirai Park was a strong woman, one who would never take her own life. He tells her that he needs her help to find out what really happened. She needs to tell him anything from the last time she saw him that would be useful. Haruka won't settle for that, though. She thinks Park was murdered and she wants to investigate with him, clearly seeing Kiryu's stubbornness shining through in his daughter. He quietly asks, if I were to say no, you'd be a good girl and listen, right? No? Yeah, didn't think so. They head up to the roof to find the supposed site of the suicide. Haruka tells him that the fall happened that morning around 6. People in the neighborhood heard the impact. She shows him to the fire escape where she supposedly jumped from, saying that she even left her shoes neatly at the edge, as many suicide victims by jumping often do. It's all very textbook suicide, but it doesn't feel like Park. He looks over the edge at how high up they were, unsure even about that. Unless you landed head first, you'd definitely walk away with some compound fractures, but you'd probably pull through. If it were him, he'd have chosen somewhere higher where he was certain that he'd die instantly. Having seen all there is to see at the site, they head down, Akiyama telling Hori that he's borrowing Haruka. Hori's surprised to learn that the two know each other. Small world indeed. But guess that with everything that's happened, there's no time to be thinking about the Princess League anyway. Akiyama's never heard about the Princess League, with Hori telling him about it and how Haruka's currently competing in the finals. Akiyama's shocked, saying how amazing that is for her. Hori tells him about how Park was so sure Haruka would win, she was willing to bet it all, booking her a major Tokyo debut, even before the competition had concluded. Hori says that with everything that happened with Park, though, it's probably not the time for her to be going on shows like that. Akiyama wholeheartedly disagrees. She needs to go on, no matter what, for Park's dream. He tells them that the 300 million that she borrowed from them was the money that she used to finance the concert in Tokyo, as well as, of course, for Haruka's training and promotion. And looking at the timelines, with her coming to him a year and a half ago, she clearly made up her mind the instant that she met Haruka. So looking at those timelines as well, that scene of her trying to convince Kiryu was like a year before Kiryu finally went, yes.
Yeah.
And then the past 6 months.
Okay.
So if Haruka pulls out now, all of Park's efforts towards her dream will have been in vain. He won't stop Haruka from helping him look into Park's death, but she needs to also continue working towards Park's dreams, the ones that Park had passed to her.
This monologue exists for one reason and one reason only, and that is that Haruka's performance will be part of our finale. Which is fine. I've got no qualms with the game just writing itself.
I don't know, and I'm starting
there.
to think it'll be the end of part 4 of this. Do I have school to go to in the middle of any of this?
No, you've got a murder to investigate. Act like your Uncle Date. Or your this game's cop, Serizawa, or whatever the fuck his name is. As for Akiyama, he'll be sure to get the money back so they're able to continue funding operations and make sure that Haruka gets to that Tokyo concert. As for looking into the death, Akiyama thinks the next clue may lie in the suicide note. And suddenly, Haruka has a thought. Park had recently switched back to writing with her left hand. To write after her injury from Ogita. If the note was written in the handwriting style of her right hand, they can prove that it was a forgery. They need to wait until the note returns from the police to be sure. So in the meantime, Akiyama's going to return to Sky Finance to deal with some business. They exchange contact info, with Akiyama making a joke about how he's never gotten an idol's email address before. He must be pretty lucky. And Akiyama heads off to the office. Haruka heads home and Hori heads to the police, hoping to speed up getting that letter back. And from this point, you can kind of switch freely between the two characters.
I was going to do my question.
And play freely for both of them. Cool. It's not long before Akiyama gets a call from Haruka. Hori was meant to have gotten back by now, but she can't get a hold of him. She's thinking of going to Dynachair to make sure that he's all right, hoping he'd join her. On the way, he's filled with the power of an idol's email address and dance battles.
What? Akiyama can dance battle too? Does he also brawl? Does he also do fighting and
Yes,
stuff?
he does both.
Oh, that's really fun.
This is like, I think it's still like one side quest.
It's fine. It's still
If I
fun.
remember right. The dancing exhausts him. He'd have given up smoking if he wanted to do this shit for a living. He also briefly becomes the manager for an idol named Maya, the princess of the Strawberry Kingdom. She says palump when she's happy, pon when she's angry, and funyapa when she's stuck for an answer, obviously.
Palump.
Palump.
Great. Is he a good manager?
Yeah, no, he's great.
Yeah,
Of course he is. He's Akiyama. She actually hates the character, and she just wanted to be a children's entertainer, but her agency keeps putting her on variety shows where people hate her gimmick.
Oh, it's like if they tried to turn Miss Rachel into a pop star.
Basically, yeah. It's like if they took Miss Rachel and were like, all right, you're going to do adult-only shows.
Oh, God.
And she's like, I just want to do it for the kids.
What was the name of that Yakuza boss that liked being a baby? He would love this shit.
He also finds a haunted print circle machine.
Oh, yeah, that's some Michael Myers-ish ghosty behind you.
He finds the photobomber scaring all the high school girls and gives them a telling off. But when he gets back to the girls, they're confused, saying how the photobomber had died years ago. Ooh. Someone got angry at him and chased him all over town until the guy, in a panic, ran out in front of oncoming traffic. Ever since, he's been photobombing from beyond the grave. Ooh. Oh, also, he beats the shit out of a nonce trying to pay one of Haruka's schoolmates for sex. Oh, you know, just puts that fucker in the ground.
Next.
The girl he saves.
That's not Palump, I'll tell you that.
Oh, that's Pawn.
That's Pawn.
The girl he saves actually ends up being semi-forced to sell her body by a group of older students who threaten to bully her at school if she doesn't. Hit her, cut up her uniform, stuff like that. They're backed up by the bully girl's older brother, who has a street punk. Akiyama beats the shit out of him too. Freed from the bully group, he tells her that if she needs real friends, she should go make friends with Haruka, who's also on the hunt for friendship. And actually, if you've done this side quest, and you're playing as Haruka later, she will at some point randomly just approach Haruka on the street. When you're playing as her and tell her that she wants to be friends.
Hey, your dad said that you would be my friend.
He's not my dad, he's just a loan shark, I know.
But sure, you can join my posse.
We also learn
We're following our fucking dreams, baby.
We also learn, for some reason, via side quest, the details of Akiyama's agreement with Park, including her tests. 3 tests to test her strength and resolve. 1, working as a hostess against girls half her age. 2, working in construction. And 3, collecting on a loan from a cruel Yakuza. Then, as one final test to test her will, when she's finished the current project she's working on, Haruka, she has to leave the production business behind.
Jesus Christ. That's a pretty brutal final test.
They are like, it's not quite retconning. They are sort of going, oh, you thought that she did this for everyone, did you? Nah.
Yeah.
Haruka would be her final project as a producer.
That was a good slip there, wasn't it? That is an important slip.
Haruka would be her final project as a producer. One last chance at achieving her dream. She agreed without a second thought, determined to put every last ounce of her will into making Haruka the idol that she could never be. A bit of Dame Dane later, Akiyama finally stops fucking around and gets to Dine Chair where Haruka has been waiting for hours.
Does Haruka do karaoke?
Yeah, she can.
Yeah, it just would have felt weird if she didn't.
I don't think she can sing Dame Dane, which is depressing.
Why? Is that one of the bangers?
In every game.
It's Baka Mitai. It's like the Yakuza song. No, that's 24 Hour Cinderella.
Oh, sorry.
This is the Dame Dane, Dame yo, Dame nana yo.
Oh, yeah.
Anataka. Sugite, sugite. Anyway.
Paloop.
Paloop. Where's the Paloop button? Haruka has still not been able to get a response from Hori even hours later because Akiyama's been fucking around this whole time. So they head in, seeing whether the police delivered the note on their own. Sure enough, it's there in the office in the tray where they've been leaving everything else returned. Haruka remembers the memo that Park wrote for Hori before her death, using her left hand. Not sure where that is, though. They search the office before Akiyama points out the safe, wondering if the note could be in there. He comments on its weirdly shaped keyhole, saying how it looks like it fit maybe, I don't know, a pencil or something. He grabs one from the desk, trying it, but no luck. Haruka, though, has an idea, pulling out Park's fountain pen from her pocket, walking slowly to the safe and inserting it in the hole, turning it, and the safe clicks open. Inside are 2 items. The letter from Park's ex-husband and Dinah Chair's account book. Haruka picks up the letter, thinking of Park before returning it to the safe. Meanwhile, Akiyama flips through the account book, finding a note to Hori tucked within its pages. They take it to the desk, comparing it to the suicide note, and the handwriting doesn't match.
Yes, I love this as a plot device for the solving the crime. It's so good because it was just such a throwaway, interesting detail about Park that's now come back as a major
But
plot.
it ties into the whole like controlling parent, controlling like.
Yeah, this is one of I know it's such a small moment in a massive game, but this is probably one of the cleverest things Yakuza's ever done. I really love this.
Heck yeah. This confirms it. Park was murdered. Suddenly, a shadow falls past the window and they hear a thump from outside. Akiyama rushes to the window, opening it and looking down to see a man's body on the ground
Hori?
in the alley out back.
Is that Hori?
Akiyama rushes out the door, Haruka chasing after him. And as he opens the door to the fire escape, he sees someone rushing down it, trying to get away from the building. He jumps off to the ground below, tackling the man and throwing him to the ground. It's Ogita.
The choreographer. Okay. Well done, Neil.
GG.
Is that it? Yeah.
Akiyama looks over at the body in the alley, Hori's, before looking back at Ogita, saying that he must be the murderer, both of Hori and Park. He backs up with panic in his eyes, swearing that it wasn't him, that they made him do it, begging for Akiyama to let him go, saying that he did nothing wrong. But as Akiyama is clearly not going to let that happen, Okita's true colors show, pulling a knife. Fine then. Only one way left to go. But remember, Akiyama did a few dance battles earlier, so clearly he's the pro dancer, and he crushes the smarmy fucking asshole's face into the pavement.
Through a dance battle? No, proper fight.
Proper fight.
That's a shame.
Could you imagine? It's like a dance battle, and he just keeps like stabbing to the left with his knife.
Just dodging
Like,
it.
dance move. Knife.
If any game could make that work.
Yeah, legit.
You're so correct. Akiyama rushes over to Hori. He's badly injured, but still breathing.
Cool.
He rushes to call an ambulance, looking around the alley when he hears the sound of a gun cocking. A hulking behemoth of a man appearing at the end of the alley, standing over Ogita. Akiyama asks who the man is. Doesn't concern you. Not where you're going.
That's annoying.
His finger tightens around the trigger when thud! A fire extinguisher flies through the air, slamming into the side of his face, causing him to drop his gun. Haruka from the fire escape calls out to Akiyama as the man's eyes whip towards her.
You know what travels faster than bullets, motherfucker?
Fire extinguisher!
Just in case this guy becomes important later, everybody, and we don't have a name, he has a really ugly mustard tie. So he's going to be Ugly Tie until he gets
He's
another
dressed
name.
like Dwight Schrute.
He dressed right.
Oh
Yeah,
my
from The
god, he
Office.
is!
Yeah.
Oh my
Dwight
god,
Schrute.
he is!
Yep.
Eyes forward, asshole. Akiyama swings an arching high kick straight into the side of the man's head. It's like kicking a boulder. He doesn't even budge. Hell are you made of, man? Akiyama just barely manages to hold the man off, but as he does, Ogita manages to slink away. His quarry rescued, the man picks up his gun, looking at Akiyama, telling him that he's going to remember him, and following after Ogita. Haruka and Akiyama rush to Hori's side, his breathing becoming more rapid, and rush to get him to the hospital. Chapter 4. Beyond the Dream.
We can't go beyond the dream. Chase.
Beyond the Dream!
But it is the dreams are really becoming the darkness and keyblades of this Yakuza game.
How many times did I text you before this went
dreams.
off saying, I hope you
Yeah.
guys are ready for dreams?
Yeah, I thought you were exaggerating, but no, I thought it was just going to be like the villain's monologue was about having a dream. No, everybody has a dream.
Akiyama sits with the detective in the Sky Finance office being told that they've put an emergency alert all over Osaka. They'll find Ogita sooner than later. However, he'll only be able to be brought in as a material witness for the assault and attempted murder of Hori. They likely won't be able to make any charges stick relating to Park. Unfortunately, regardless of the seemingly forged note and the tension between Park and Ogita, the case was already concluded by the police as a suicide. It would be difficult at this point to reopen it. Useless. The detective tells Akiyama to leave things to the police, don't want civilians getting hurt, and leaves, passing Haruka as he goes. Akiyama catches Haruka up as they try to figure out what to do. Not much they can until the police manage to find Ogita. Haruka suddenly asks Akiyama if he knows where they can find a forger. She remembers Kiryu having talked about them over her life and thinking more and more about Park's note. It got her into thinking that Sotenbori must have a forger too. Akiyama says that she might be onto something. After all, not just any rank amateur will be able to fool police investigation, promising to look into it. Haruka gets a call from her vocal teacher, Yamaura. Hori's in critical condition at the hospital, but he is going to pull through. Of course, he'll no longer be able to be her manager, so she offers to stand in his place. She wants to make this dream come true as well, both for Park and Hori. I had like a little picture before. She's the same teacher. And perfect timing too. Round 2 of the Princess League is that night. Monta heard about Park, but he'd still like for Haruka to compete. Yamaura will be waiting at Dynachair to head over when she's ready. Meanwhile, Akiyama gets a call of his own from Hana wanting an update. Akiyama, of course, immediately ignores her and steers the conversation towards asking if she can find a forger in Kamurocho. Much bantering and bickering and a bribe of him bringing her some nice steamed buns, and she agrees. But just this one last time. They agree to meet later at Dynachair once their respective tasks are done, and Haruka heads off. Haruka heads to Dynachair, meeting up with Yamaura, and then together heading to Osaka TV for round 2 of the Princess League. Yamaura heads to check Haruka in, and while she's gone, Nakai, T-Set's manager, approaches Haruka, sneering, making fun of Haruka for being there right after Park died. But I guess a tiny little agency like yours can't afford to show some respect, can it? Haruka excuses herself, but Nakai is not done, continuing to jeer and poke, saying how is Haruka really sure that it was a suicide? After all, Park had a lot of enemies. Hell, she's sure to get the sympathy vote today after it. Is she sure it wasn't somebody at Dynachair?
Dude, do you want me to come and work for you or not?
Yeah.
Surely you would want to be, I don't know.
Sympathy vote is an interesting point by him, though, because I obviously we're trying to figure out what the motive is to kill Park. Maybe the motive is to help Haruka through creating a sympathy vote. I don't know.
Or to get Haruka away from Park and under some new management.
Oh, potentially, yeah.
It's a very extreme way to go about it.
Haruka tells him to stop, asking to make a deal. If she defeats T-Set, will he promise to leave her and her agency alone? He agrees, saying he'll do it, but in return, if she loses, she'll switch to their agency. Would be a nice little opening act for T-Set.
Oh.
I love when you preempt my lines with your thoughts.
I just know you too well.
You know Yakuza writers too well.
Yeah.
She agrees and heads to her dressing room where, except you will never predict where any of this game's fucking going. She agrees and heads to her dressing room where Yamaura dresses her down for agreeing to something so fucking stupid. But oh well, she just gotta trounce them and take T-Set down a peg then. As the producer heads in, ushering Haruka on stage for round 2, the dance round. But Haruka didn't do the dozens and dozens of street dance battles for nothing, and channeling the power of friendship and quick changes, slams T-Set's faces together, taking round 2 and securing the bonus advantage in the final round. I still have no clue what the fuck the bonus advantage is. Somebody in the comments below, please tell me what the fuck the bonus advantage was. I legitimately do not know.
Is this the final
Has she
round?
not won it? She's got 2 now. She's 2 up.
No, it's only really the final round that matters.
Classic.
Oh, God.
An exhausting round over, Haruka heads back to Sotenbori, but her night's not quite done as she gets a call from Akiyama asking to meet with her and Yamura. It's about something different from the Forger. They agree to meet up at Dynachair. He sits them down, needing to discuss the company. He had a read through Park's account book, and it's airtight. The money didn't go missing. She had already spent it. As they know, Park was sure set on Haruka winning the Princess League, even going so far as to pre-book her live debut in Tokyo. But what she never let on is where that debut would be happening. A place that fully explains where 300 million would have gone.
Dome, isn't it?
Park had reserved the Tokyo Dome.
Cool.
Home of Wrestle Kingdom. The annual event by New Japan Pro Wrestling.
So this is like a legitimately big deal even in our world.
This
Yeah.
is
Tokyo
the
Dome is
biggest stadium in Japan.
The most famous stadium
Wow,
in Japan,
cool. I
yeah.
didn't know that.
The biggest and most famous stadium in Japan.
Cool.
This is like if a random street performer booked the Hydro in London or something, or Wembley.
Well, I bet it'll be fun but when we get there. I bet it would have been quite fun for the designers to have designed it. Because obviously they're using references and stuff, and they're going to try and make it look as similar as they can. I'm just Googling what it actually looks like. Whoa, it's huge.
Oh yeah, it's massive.
Wow.
I think it's mainly a baseball stadium. Yeah, it's the baseball stadium for the Tokyo.
Cool.
That's so interesting. That I feel like baseball seems to only exist in like America and Japan.
Yeah.
And nowhere else.
And it's much better in Japan because the outfits are great and they have those entrances. Have you ever seen them?
Do they?
Like the baseball stars come out. I know I'm so ignorant about this. I apologize if I get anything wrong. They'll come out, like the big celebrity stars will come out and like they've got like coiffed 1950s hair and they'll have a team of young guys running around them like scooshing their hair and there'll be like rock music playing and like yeah.
I wish baseball. I love baseball. It's like one of the few professional sports I actually enjoy. Hearing about the Dome, Yamaura starts hyperventilating. Even the thought of a new talent debuting at the Tokyo Dome is fucking absurd. How would they ever fill that many seats for a basically unknown? Akiyama's sure Park had an idea or two, but now it's too late to know how. Haruka understands, though, why it had to be there. That's the place where Park herself was meant to perform but never got the chance. All her hopes and dreams revolved around there. If that's where Park wanted her to debut, that's where Haruka wants to debut as well.
She's a stage mama even from beyond the grave.
Yamaura has no clue how to organize something like that, though. She's massively out of her depth. She's just a fucking vocal teacher. She's barely handling being a manager. Maybe I can help with that. Christina's voice comes from the doorway. He's organized far larger concerts around the world. He knows his way around the logistics. And besides, what kind of professional would he be if he didn't see his job through to the end? He will make Haruka a top-ranked title. Knowing Park, she likely hadn't stopped at just hiring the venue. She likely already had the event staff ready to go as well. Yamaura steals her resolve and accepts the task, asking Akiyama for the account book so she can trace where the money had already been spent and on what, to trace down what work still needed done. Suddenly, Akiyama gets a call. It's the Forger in Kamurocho. Akiyama doesn't have work for him, of course, but is willing to pay regardless if he can set him up with a forger in Sotenbori, telling him that he wants a forged suicide note. The forger tells him that he has somebody in mind and to ask the bartender at Crest Bar in Hoganji Yokocho in Sotenbori for him. Akiyama tells Haruka that it's late and a bar isn't a place for her, which I have a note saying, bitch, she was basically raised in Serena at night, but sure. And so he's going to go in alone for this one. He heads over, initially getting bumped off by the bartender who plays dumb, but later getting a call telling him to go to a parking lot in Shofukucho. The bartender is waiting for him there with a pack of boys. Akiyama wants a suicide note forged. This one's...
Akiyama does a Yakuza special.
Wait. I started fast forwarding too early. Oh. The bartender is waiting for him there with a pack of boys. Akiyama wants a suicide note. So who is he trying to snuff out then? I don't know what you're talking about. Or have you maybe gotten a similar request lately? The bartender doesn't have time for Akiyama's jokes, but honestly, the funniest joke is how, look, everybody, the bartender is bleeding and unconscious. Ha 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 ha.
Give me a second to get that one.
That's good.
The bartender relents, telling him that he's not the forger, but he did introduce a forger to a guy who said that he wanted a suicide note forged. Never met the guy, only talked over the phone. He agrees to take Akiyama to the forger.
But that forger wasn't there, so they went to another bar.
Haruka's at home when she gets a call from Akiyama telling her that he found the forger and that he needs her help and to meet him at Crest Bar.
Hey.
Didn't he tell her
My bad.
literally an hour ago to not go to Crest Bar at night? But sure. He heads over where Akiyama tells her that the forger is in the apartment above the bar and he's also the bartender's father. He needs her to meet with him. It will make sense when they go up. They head up, opening the door to a dimly lit office, 8 brightly lit monitors displaying pictures of women in skimpy outfits, their imperfections circled in red ink. Amongst them, on one of the monitors, is a picture of Haruka. Ugh. This actually will make more sense in a second. And is creepy, but like less creepy than it makes seem.
Yeah, he's like a magazine photoshopper or something, right?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, okay.
Like that's modern day forgery is essentially his thing.
Cool.
Seems that after Akiyama saw her on the screen, he told the forger that he knew her and he perked right up, saying that he'd answer anything if she came. The forger spins around in his chair.
Oh, what an unpleasant looking man. He looks like if a skunk was a person.
Haruka immediately recognizes him. He's come to every event that she's ever had without fail. Given that it's Haruka who's asking, he confirms that he did forge Park's suicide note, but also that he doesn't actually know who requested it. Number one rule in this business is to never ask for names. But he can at least tell that it was a massive hulking Yakuza of a man.
Yeah.
Right,
cool.
okay.
So ugly tie.
With a really ugly mustard tie. Yeah. Seems the request came through quite urgently, needing the note the same night. If he were to guess, by the time they requested it, she was likely already dead. He doesn't know where to find the guy, but he can tell them that he's seen him around town before, driving a car with another man in the back who he would assume was his boss. And that guy, well, you see him on TV all the time these days. Naoki Katsuya, the president of Osaka Talent, T-Sets agency.
Quick, that's a good revelation. The police are so incompetent. Like, okay, you could fake a suicide. You cannot, in 2012, kill someone, wait a couple of hours, and then stage it as a suicide off a bridge. Because we know that they must have waited to throw off the thing because the neighbors heard the thud, and that's when the police got called. So they must have killed her, waited a couple... That's not how... I know very little about crime scenes and stuff. That's not how blood works. That's not how, like, you can't leave it a couple of hours and then do it, can you?
They just, like, trickled the blood off the roof and then dropped her in it. Dropped her in the puddle.
Just the worst... Well, I mean, seriously, they would be there for 5 minutes on the scene and they go... Oh, no, this woman was dead for a couple of hours before... Yeah. Anyway, we know the police in these games are useless.
Unless they're Date, in which case they're just extra useless.
Only
Extra
when he has a
useless,
helicopter.
but with style.
Extra useless with style and usually a helicopter.
Date, you forgot to put the bullets in your gun.
Oh,
Date, you lost the person you were keeping protected again.
Womp womp.
Get the Date copter.
Where's Date? That's all that he's able to tell them. Anyway, he tells Haruka that she better win in the Princess League. Back in the day, he used to be a big fan of Park when she was an idol. You see a lot of fakes working in this field. Fake smiles, fake stories, fake people, nothing but fakes. As he says this, his camera pans across all the Photoshop jobs he's working on for models. But Park and Haruka, they're real. Giving everything.
Can I touch you? I've never seen a person in years.
I'll hardly have to edit you at all.
Oh, no.
That's literally what he's saying. These other girls aren't as sexy as I'd like them to be.
Oh, this guy's actually really sweet. You're making it much creepier than it is.
Chase, look at the monitors in the background. I think the game is doing this.
He's come on his own to all of her signings and stuff.
I don't like the way you said that or worded that.
I will do anything as long as you bring the idol.
This guy's a fucking creep.
The idol. The...
Kill him.
I forget what it was called.
As they leave, they just hear a gunshot and Kiryu scampers out.
And then hides again, goes back to it.
Go back to
taxi.
taxi.
Oh my god, is that Suzuki?
Taichi Suzuki, what? Park and Haruka, they're real, giving everything they've got from the heart. It's these kind of smiles that keep people going. He knows that she was the one meant to keep Park's dream alive. Know that he'll be watching for that smile of hers.
Bet he will.
Shut the fuck up. They head off, deciding to go to Osaka Talent the next day. Hit Katsuya with a surprise attack in his office. Akiyama's going to go alone, though, because obviously they'll recognize Haruka over there. Anyhow, it's been nothing but doom and gloom since they met up, so why don't they go out for a bite? Akiyama's treat. He hears Osaka's famous for its takoyaki. Ooh, or maybe okonomiyaki? Haruka says that she's fine with anything, but he keeps listing options. Fugu, grilled meat, crab. What was he thinking? Surely a high school girl like her doesn't have the same taste as an old man like him. Haruka looks up at him, shyly telling him that she'd like to try crab. Much to Akiyama's shock, she's never actually gotten the chance to try it. Aww. They go out, Akiyama insisting that she order as much crab as she wants, and after a nice relaxing time, they part ways. Good Uncle Akiyama.
She orders a pile of it, has one bite, and goes, "Oh no, don't like this."
I don't trust anybody who doesn't like crab.
Oh, crab's delicious. Yeah.
Crab is...
I feel like somebody should have contacted Kiryu at this point. Yeah. Like, we're now embroiled in something where it's probably responsible to give him a call.
Totally. I guess the point is that, like, Akiyama doesn't know he's Suzuki now.
As Haruka leaves, she gets a call from Yamura. The Princess League finals are tomorrow. She asks if she remembers her promise about going over to Osaka Talent if she loses, saying that T-Set may be a couple of brats, but their talent is the real deal. She needs to be ready. And ready Haruka will be. She won't lose. The next morning, Akiyama turns up at Osaka Talent. The front desk woman greets him, telling him to fill out the form with his name, time of visit, who he has an appointment with. He tells her that he doesn't have an appointment, but that he'd like to see the president about the murder of Mirai Park. She doesn't even hesitate, telling him to wait a moment before leading him upstairs to his office. Nice. To the office of Osaka Talent's president, Katsuya. They sit down to meet, Katsuya having heard about Park's death, of course, but confused as to why Akiyama's here to see him about it. Akiyama asks if it's true that Katsuya had previously been an actor, with him confirming that he'd made quite a name for himself in the US, primarily in action movies, until his injury. Seems that since then, he's been working behind the scenes.
They're just showing up and everyone's got a backstory to share.
I
don't know if Cassie's a poor back to you now. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I'm not going to remember this in 10 minutes.
He was an action movie star, did all his own stunts.
Good for him.
Big fighty boy.
Oh, right, I see. Oh, he's setting up a boss battle, are we? Okay.
Akiyama rubs his hands together, saying how his acting skills must have been top shelf then. He's not 1% as disagreeable as the typical entertainment executive. To be frank, he looks a finer, more upstanding businessman than most. Katsuya tells Akiyama to get to the point, so he obliges, telling him that he thinks Park was murdered. Katsuya hesitates momentarily, but ultimately agrees with Akiyama, saying that anybody who knew her personally would never believe it, even he struggling to come to terms with it. Akiyama leans forward, asking what if he told Katsuya that he had proved not only that it was a murder, but that the forged suicide note proves that it came from somebody seemingly connected with him. Katsuya finally understands as Akiyama gets to the point, asking if he had Park killed. Their agencies weren't exactly the best of friends, not to mention their respective idols duking it out for the Princess League finals. That's cause for murder? I'd rather not entertain this sick joke. He denies having any knowledge or any connection to the forgery, but at least concedes that in his line of work, he rubs shoulders with people from all walks of life. It's not unbelievable that one of his countless clients had something to do with Park's murder. He places a checkbook on the table, hastily scrawling an amount and passing it to Akiyama, saying how he hopes that this is enough. And what's this? Hush money? A bribe? So you admit then that you're involved? Not at all. But I can't afford to let these baseless rumors continue. He can't afford any potential reputational damage, and if money is what it takes to stamp out a spark before it fans into a flame, so be it. Akiyama gets up, telling Katsuya that he didn't come for a handout.
Do you know who I am? I'm a billionaire.
I'm Mr. Money.
Fucking nuts.
I've got walk-in vaults filled with cash. I don't trust the banks.
Nothing but time.
And money.
He didn't come for a handout, and that Katsuya is a much better actor than he gives himself credit for. Well, I clearly didn't bring enough ammo for this. My bad for underestimating you. He goes to leave with Katsuya questioning if his suspicions still stand then. Indeed. And he's learned one thing, that Katsuya is going to be a tougher nut to crack than he expected. He heads out of Katsuya's office, getting a mysterious phone call from somebody wanting to discuss Park's murder. He won't say who it is yet, but he can at least tell that he is not an enemy. Guess we have a new lead. Meanwhile, over at Dynachair, Haruka's embroiled in final preparations for the Princess League finals. Christina and Yamura are amazed at her progress, knowing that she can take it all. They head to Osaka TV, but as they enter the dressing room, Haruka. T-Set's voices come as they walk up to her. We hear you cut a deal with Nakai-san. Yamura tries to scare them off, but just get a snide remark back. Oh, is this the new manager? Oh, yeah, I heard that loser you were with before ate it pretty hard. That's a real shame, Haruka-chan. Guess you were really bad luck for everybody you run into. Azusa giggles. I know, right? What a freak. Lovely girls. Yamura tells them off, just causing them to laugh about people not being able to take a joke. Stop it. If you keep talking like that, I'll make you eat those words. Haruka looks at them with cold determination on her face. I'll win. You'll see. Not just for me, but for Park-san too. Haruka and Yamura head into the dressing room. Yamura in a huff about those fucking brats, ordering Haruka to crush them, put them to shame.
Again, they have not won a single round against me yet.
Yeah.
I'm feeling fine about this. We've
Against
already
you specifically. T-Set versus Neil.
I've already proven, me, Neil, I've proven that I am a better dancer and a better singer. What's the final?
Can you
Dancing and singing. Oh no.
Can you please get up and show me your moves?
No, because that would make for a terrible podcast. What happens next?
This is it's the face reveal.
Yeah.
So we'll just put a Monty head over your face. The stagehand comes knocking, telling them that it's time. Haruka, once you leave this room, there's no turning back. You'll never be a regular girl ever again. Whether you win or lose today, your life as a normal high school girl is over. If you win, you'll have your big debut. And that means no matter where you go, you'll have people's eyes on you at all times. If you lose, you'll have to live with that feeling for the rest of your life. People might sympathize with you for a while, but they might start to feel contempt for you too. You're damned if you win, damned if you lose. And you only get to enjoy your victories for a little while. That's just how it goes in the entertainment industry. Knowing all that, are you sure you still want to pursue this dream of yours? If your dream really is something else, now's your last chance to change your mind. And is it not a bit fucking too late for this, Yamura? Yeah. Why the fuck are we saying this right as we go and stage for the finals? Anyhow. Haruka steals herself. I've made up my mind. No matter how difficult things might get, I don't want to live in regret of not even trying. Park-san's dream is my dream now. It's time. Haruka's led on stage and the lights and music blare. Host and announcer Dolce Kamiya, our final boss, hypes up the crowd for one final battle. T-Set versus Haruka Sawamura.
She's doing the peace sign along her eye. That's got a name, I think, does it? That's an actual...
I don't know.
No? Oh, well. It's a cool look. Love the outfit.
One final song, a ballad. Haruka pouring her heart and soul into the lyrics about loved ones that aren't with us anymore. I'm gonna make it. Stronger than ever before, you'll see. I don't care how long it'll take. I want to show you how much everything you did means to me. This dream will come true, no matter how hard I try. I don't know where you are, but I know you can see. I'm not crying because you're always in my heart.
Aww.
Oh.
It's like the end of K-pop Demon Hunters.
mentioned that show 4 times. That
I
movie.
love that
I think
movie.
it's been more than that.
Such a good movie.
The crowd roars with applause, tears streaming from their faces as the performance comes to a close. Dolce Kami are returning to the stage to announce the winner of the 2012 Princess League. The spotlights converge, the audience waiting with bated breath over the drumroll as Haruka Sawamura is declared the winner!
Tiny voice in the back. That's my daughter.
Tisa is in complete shock, and honestly, so the fuck is Haruka. But she quickly regains her composure enough to address her new subjects, thanking them for her support. Their love and encouragement taught her one thing, that it's the Princess League, she's a princess, they're her subjects. That no matter how near or far you are, your feelings can always reach those you love. I hope mine have reached you. All of you. She looks out into the distance, her face softening into a nostalgic smile. Haruka and Yamura celebrate back in the green room, setting off back to the office to meet up with Christina. They head for the door, but wait, hold up, comes a voice from behind them. You're just going to leave without saying goodbye? Tisa stands in front of them, conflicted looks on their faces. Yamura tries to shoo them away, but they won't leave until they've said what they need to. They watched a playback of her performance, and as much as they hate to admit it, it really moved them. It was incredible. They might know how much work Haruka would have had to have put in to pull off a performance like that. It takes guts, no doubt about that. They turn to leave, Haruka calling after them, thanking them for their words, saying that she might never have been able to give a performance like that if she wasn't going against somebody as amazing as them.
Hate you so much.
Yeah.
So, man, you really are clueless. Azusa turns, a genuine smile on her face for the first time. You'll never make it in this world if something like that makes you cry. Maybe that's your charm. Mai gives a fired up smirk. Still, we're confident that we're going to hit it big. Just watch. Haruka agrees. While from behind the wall to the hallway, their manager Nakai listens on with a satisfied smile on his face. They part ways with a smile, finally reconciling and hoping to see each other soon. Yay.
That was easy. God, Haruka's very forgiving, isn't she?
Yeah, I was going to say, I'd be like, nah, I beat you.
Get it right round you.
Yeah, right round you.
It's like at the end of High School Musical 1 where like they're all dancing, like Sharpay's just dancing with all the rest of them on stage like they're friends now, and then you cut to the second movie and she's immediately the antagonist again.
She's immediately the best character in best character in cinema.
In 2
She just wants it all. Is that too much to ask?
Not only that, she wants it all for Troy.
Yeah.
In the second one.
Not Gabriella.
Yeah.
That bitch. Got that.
Honestly, let's be so real. Sharpay is the victim.
Yes.
She put in all that work, and then these randos come up.
Yep, she's
and
found a dorky little
Yeah.
niche that she excels at, and then this jock comes in and the popular new girl
Also,
and takes it away from her.
Their version,
Fuck him.
their version of Start Something New is just better.
Their version of You Are the Music in Me is so much better. Yeah. Na 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 na. Oh, so good. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Continue, Chase. Where is the grand conspiracy? Are we at the end of this? Yes.
Is this the end of this bit?
Haruka's has gone on for a while.
It's been 3 hours almost. Is it the end?
This has been the longest part.
Oh, jeez.
We're not even close to the end.
I need to pee then.
Oh, I'm fucking...
This felt like it was the end.
Let me double check. We're not back in Sotenbori. Akiyama returns to Sky Finance to find that it's already occupied. We just talked on the phone. I've been waiting for you, Akiyama-san.
Let me tell you about the Tokyo Initiative. Okay. This is Iron Man 2, where Nick Fury appears halfway through the movie rather than as a post-credits scene.
Yeah.
Nick Fury is here. Serizawa sits Akiyama down, not even bothering to introduce himself beyond saying that let's just say I'm with the police, and he goes into his speech. He tells Akiyama that the one who killed Park was indeed Ogita. He was also almost certainly the one who pushed Hori off the roof. But it's not just him. There's an organization wrapped up in all this as well. The one that he's really after, Osaka Enterprises, one of the Omi Alliance's most powerful factions.
Right. Have we met these guys before?
We heard about them
we just
earlier.
heard about them.
Cool.
They're one of the ones that's they're the one that's basically the Watase for the throne.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
They're slippery, not letting themselves get caught. Their executive director, Kamon Kanai, has been running around doing their dirty work. Beyond that, the police don't know much. What they do know is that Ogita was working for Kanai, and that Kanai was also the one who called the forger to fabricate Park's suicide note. Serizawa had both Ogita and Kanai under constant surveillance since the Park incident. The Omi are a ticking time bomb right now while the power struggle for the chairman's seat ensues. Anything could happen. He advises Akiyama that it's not a good time for him to be sticking his nose in it. Akiyama's confused, saying that sounds an awful lot like that's what he wants. But Serizawa simply tells him that he's been warned and leaves. Passing him as he leaves out the door, oh, hey, look, it's Hakamata. You remember Hakamata, right?
No.
Yeah. It's the loan shark who tried to shake Akiyama down last chapter.
Oh, yeah.
And he's back for revenge. Remember, he promised that. He promised he'd be back for revenge.
Okay.
And actually, that's perfect timing because Akiyama excitedly jumps up from the couch, asking if Hakamata could take him to Kanai, given they're both Omi and all. He's shocked that Akiyama has even heard the name Osaka Enterprises. Seems that they're very low down and secret. And honestly, now that he knows that name, he just kind of needs to die.
God, the Yakuza has changed, man. What do you mean low down and secret family? Like that's
Well, to be fair, they're very much like what was his name? Sarah's faction back in Yakuza 0.
I guess.
Yeah, you don't remember Sarah's faction?
I do.
Because he became
They
chairman.
were kind of, but I guess.
But they were like the special covert ops.
Yeah, you're right. Take it back. Sorry, Yakuza.
Akiyama has absolutely zero time for death right now, though. Frankly, that sounds kind of exhausting. So he just puts them all down for like a little snoozy while he questions a bizarrely now very bruised up Hakamata.
Oh, how did that happen?
I don't know. Where did that happen? He tells Akiyama that Osaka Enterprises' office is about an hour outside of Sotenpori. Kanai's a director, so he bets that he leaves the heavy lifting to his boys while he just stays in his office doing desk work or something. Seems unlike him, but whatever. And oh, by the way, Akiyama tells him that he'd kind of prefer if he never saw Hakamata's face ever again, and Hakamata kind of anxiously agrees to that. He heads to the location Hakamata sent him to, swinging open the gates to find a junkyard? It's not long before rough-looking workers show up telling him to get lost. And when they hear that he's here for Kanai, they smirk, saying how only two groups of people know Kanai is their executive director, Osaka Enterprises employees, and the Prefectural Police Organized Crime Division. Akiyama silently curses Serizawa for knowing that this would happen. Oh well, given he's in a junkyard, guess it's time for him to take out the trash. They try, corny jokes aside, they try to hit him with a wrecking ball, run him over with a forklift, really fun stuff. As Akiyama makes it deeper into the yard, they turn a corner to see an industrial incinerator. And at its base, a bloody body.
Oh my god.
He runs up to see that the body is Ogita.
Oh.
His arm is mangled, cut off from the wrist. Its stump burned to a crisp, likely in the incinerator behind him.
Oh my god.
He clutches at what remains of his arm, saying that Kanai did this to him, crying about how he's not ready to die, not like this, begging Akiyama to help him. He'll tell him everything. He confesses to killing Park after she screwed him over on work-related shit, but as much as he hated her, that isn't why he killed her. He was hired by somebody to do a certain job. He continues that he owes the Osaka Enterprises loan shark a huge amount of money. Because Park broke their contract, he wasn't able to pay them back, begging them to hold off on collection. But instead, they gave him a job, saying that they'd forgive his debt if he could get them something off Park. The letter from her ex-husband.
Weird.
Seems that Osaka Enterprises is looking for her ex. Thought the letter would lead them to her. Would lead them to him. So he and Kanai broke into Dynachair, deciding when they couldn't find it that they would just wait for her to return. When she did, Ogita jumped her, grabbing her and trying to force her to tell him where the letter was. She refused to speak, trying to escape, but if she managed that, it would have been all over for him, so he chased her. Next thing he knew, he was smashing her head against the floor in the hallway, and then she stopped moving.
So the ex-husband is presumably a character that we have already met. It could be literally anybody. My thought is it's probably a baddie. I forget his name now, but Daigo's bodyguard, the villain twist in Kiryu's chapter. Morinaga, he's my current standout. Just my gut says that, no other reason.
Yeah, we've not really got anyone else.
No, but clearly the ex-husband is important to everything that's going on.
What was the note again? The note was basically like, I need to go for...
It's note saying that he will meet her.
He's going to meet her at the concert.
So it does say where he'll be.
Okay, so we'll find out at the concert.
Yeah.
That's when Kanai stepped in, making it appear like a suicide, something that he was clearly used to doing. If it looked like a murder, the police would find and confiscate the letter. This would buy them the time that they needed to find the ex. As for Hori, Kanai came back trying to get the location's letter from him, and when he said he didn't know, he just kind of casually tossed him off the roof. Akiyama's confused. Who even is this ex-husband of Park's? Ogita doesn't know, though. He just knows that they wanted the letter. He tells Akiyama everything that he knows, begging him to get him out of here, saying how he's a victim. He'll confess everything to the police if they just let him live. Akiyama looks at him with disgust, asking how Park can rest in peace with him claiming to be a victim. He doesn't care what Ogita does, but he's going to start making a lot of noise real soon. He originally came here just to talk to Kanai, but after this, sounds like he's going to need to kick some teeth in. He storms through the Osaka Enterprises factory, crushing everyone that dares cross him until he finally makes it to a large warehouse room. Near the door is an industrial hydraulic press covered in blood. Akiyama commenting that must be where Kanai crushed Ogita's arm. I didn't think you'd come to find me, booms Kanai's voice from the catwalk above. He did his research, knows who Akiyama is, but first, where is that letter from Park's ex? Hearing that Akiyama doesn't know, he scoffs, saying that he doesn't need him anymore then. There's a thump as a body falls from the rafters to the center of the warehouse floor. It's Ogita's dead body.
So in the time we've spent rampaging, this guy is gone, found Ogita outside, killed him, brought him back, and prepared him for a big ostentatious reveal.
Yeah, basically. Very theatric.
It's quite extra.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
We like that in a villain.
Just to double check, Kunai is Ugly Tie.
Ugly Tie.
Gotcha.
Akiyama-han, if you ain't gonna tell me where the letter is, then I'll just have to ask the Guile. He laughs, saying that his boys
What was
should
that last word?
Guile? Guile?
The girl.
Oh, Guile.
No, it's the Guile.
The Goyle. He laughs, saying that his boys should be picking her up now, and then they'll have a nice, long chat. He walks off, laughing as his boys flood the warehouse, buying time for his escape. Them dealt with, Akiyama quickly calls Haruka, but it's not her who answers. Oh, no. It's Yamaura. She's in a panic, saying that the Yakuza took Haruka. Her and Christina are fine, but the men said that they'd kill Haruka if she reported it to the police, and she doesn't know what to do.
Gotta love you that she points out on the phone, like, I'm okay, and so's the choreographer. And Akiyama's just like, I don't care.
Have I met the choreographer?
No,
I don't.
Where is Haruka?
In a cold concrete room, Haruka sits tied up and gagged by a couple of thugs. Kanai enters the room, asking them if they have the letter's location yet. They say that she won't talk, so he punches his man, slamming him into the ground, shouting to then make her talk. He crouches down, getting close to Haruka's face, saying how he's tired of wasting time with her. He grabs her face. Spit it out, Guile. I know you got it. Or do you want to take the same little leap your president did? Suddenly, a hand grabs Kanai's shoulder from behind. He gets up slowly, a look of rage on his face before wham, a punch flies through his face, sending Kanai flying. Kanai looks up at the man from the floor, his eyes going wide. President! Sorry, but it needs to be done. You've tested my patience long enough, says Osaka Talon's president, Naoki Katsuya.
So he's more of a badass than we thought. Well, those action movies, that was an important part of his backstory.
Yeah.
He looks down at Haruka, his eyes narrowing. Akiyama rushes to Dynachair, filling Yamura and Christina in on everything when he gets there. But they don't have even the first clue where to begin looking for Haruka. Excuse me, comes the voice from the door. The group turning around to see Katsuya, Haruka held unconscious in his arms.
Whoa.
He walks past Akiyama, lying Haruka delicately on the couch. They rush to her, Katsuya assuring them that she's merely fainted, but that she's unharmed. He turns to Akiyama, bowing and giving his deepest apology, saying how someone so precious to this agency should have never been put in harm's way. He has a confession to make. He's the president of Osaka Talent, yes, but he has a second title that he prefers to keep more discreet. The Omi Alliance Chief of HQ, and chairman of Osaka Enterprises.
Cool.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so he's Omi. Senior Omi.
Yeah. Well, so we actually heard his name way earlier, and I was kind of hoping you didn't remember it.
Oh, you didn't know.
Yeah, we heard his name as one of the two people currently. He's the one versus Watase.
Oh, Daigo was talking about him at the start.
Yeah,
wasn't
Daigo
he?
was talking.
Okay.
It's basically him versus Watase for the Omi chairmanship.
Interesting. Did he find out this was Kiryu's daughter and he was like, bring her back, I'm so
Bring her back,
sorry,
bring her
so
back.
sorry. She's fine, I've put $100 in her pocket.
Kanai is one of his men, but it seems that he had been working behind Katsuya's back. Katsuya himself only learned about Kanai's actions a short time ago. He had given the order to secure the letter so they could find Park's ex, but didn't order any of the specific actions that led to it. Akiyama tells him to cut the shit. Who is Park's ex anyway? Well, you see the truth. He's a top Tojo clan officer. Goro Majima.
What? What?
Hang on.
What? That's a twist. That's a good twist. What?
Hang on, does that mean Majima hit her?
Yes.
Oh.
I mean, that does not surprise me for
Multiple
a second.
times as well.
No.
She said that was the first time he hit me.
Well, but then he left.
Okay.
So it was the one time. But
It was a reaction shot and then he left. No, I'm not defending him.
Not
but I mean,
defending
it was one smack and then he left. I don't
Yeah.
think there were multiple beatings. That's
but also,
crazy twist.
Majima's not a good person.
No.
Yeah,
Like,
but there's,
this
a,
series
there's a
never
line
tried to
between there's a line between when we're doing like
Between savage murderer
yes. There is a line between when we're doing roundhouse kicking guys through a construction site, even though they're dying, and then a story about abortion and covering that up, leading to a relationship breaking down. Obviously, Yakuza flicks between those two modes. We know this.
Yeah. I mean, look, I just think it feels in keeping for me.
Yeah. Fair.
More focused
That's
on
a
the
good
twist.
Yeah.
Goro Majima is the ex-husband, which means that he planned to come to Tokyo for the show to reunite with Park to meet her.
Mm-hmm.
He can't because he's dead now.
I can't thread the needle yet, but okay. That's a good twist.
Yeah.
That's a good twist. I was thinking Daigo for a minute.
I was very
So
excitedly
this was
waiting for
when?
this twist.
This would have been way before any of the games, right?
So
No.
we learned that this was potentially during the events of Yakuza 0 or around that time. It was while he was still living in here. It was after Saitama went to prison.
Okay.
Is roughly the time we know.
So what about Makoto then?
Somewhere after that.
Makoto was
maybe.
added afterwards.
Cool. So he met Makoto, fell in love with Makoto, eventually moved on, met Park.
I believe it's implied that Park was first.
Park was first.
Park
Okay.
was like back when he was not depressed yet.
Before he became the Mad Dog. And
Yeah. Well before the Mad Dog.
Cool.
Okay.
So like pre Yakuza 0.
Wow. Good twist. He's the key. Right? But we're not even going to play him in Yakuza 5, even though he's super important.
Katsuya doesn't believe that Majima died in Sapporo, so they're trying to track him down. The letter that he sent to Park should say where he was going to meet her. Akiyama says that he doesn't know anything about the letter, though, and maybe not, but Katsuya believes that Haruka does know where the letter is. He knows that she has Park's beloved fountain pen. Park entrusting that must mean that Park entrusted her with everything. Park and him had been industry friends for decades, comrades in arms. Whatever they chose to call them, her death had been a great point of pain for him. He prepares to leave, asking that when Haruka wakes, to ask her to give him the letter, saying that it would be best for all party. That sounds like a threat. Katsuya turns back around to look hard at Akiyama. I'm aware, but I wouldn't be much of a Yakuza if it didn't. So I hope you make the right choice. He turns and leaves them to care for Haruka.
Cool.
I fucking love Katsuya. Katsuya's great.
Just tell them. Oh, he's going to be at the Tokyo Dome in a week. Like, just... Yeah.
Well, they don't know if they can trust him.
Yeah, but like, Majima's whatever. You know, as far as Haruka's concerned, did she ever really have much of a relationship with Majima? I guess it's Uncle Kaz's friend.
Yeah, I mean, Uncle Madge.
Uncle Madge.
Uncle
Yeah.
Madge. Some time passes and Akiyama meets with Yamura and Christina. Whether they give Katsuya the letter or not, Sotenbori has become too dangerous for Haruka. Come tomorrow morning, they're skipping town and heading for Kamurocho, which is totally a far safer city with no current Yakuza threats going on in it at all.
How many bombings we've had right in the center of that square?
I'm starting to miss Kamurocho a little bit, I must
Yeah,
admit.
yeah.
I'm waiting for us to go back.
That charming neon glow.
The arch. Yeah.
Yeah.
He tries arguing that the Omi won't set foot there because it's Tojo territory, but like, I mean, my dude, has happened so many times. Anyway, Haruka has a gig up in Tokyo anyway that she can't miss. While they're in the hall meeting, Haruka finally stirs to the vibrations of her phone as a message comes in. She sits up groggily, opening her phone. Sender unknown. Call the following number when you get this. She doesn't even hesitate to call it. And it's Katsuya. Clearly not trusting Akiyama to pass his message along and going straight to the source. Obviously, she refuses to give him the letter, and he sighs, saying that he doesn't really want to, but in that case, he has no choice but to resort to threats. He did digging into her, finding that she was raised in Okinawa at the Morning Glory Orphanage, an orphanage previously run by the legendary Dragon of Dojima.
I was wondering, it does feel like a ticking time bomb that eventually will be revealed.
It's been a few years since the war with the Tojo, but many of the Omi still hold grudges. If his whereabouts were to be made known, some might try to go get revenge. They may even use Morning Glory to try and draw him out. Haruka shouts to not drag them into this. But that's the nature of threats, isn't it? What do you say? Are you willing to trade that letter for Kiryu-san in the Morning Glory Orphanage? He appreciates her talent as an idol. Under different circumstances, he'd be rooting for her career.
Well, I'm at it. You got skills, kid.
But he can't afford... But he can't... I love Katsuya because he legitimately is, like, being a Yakuza is secondary to him.
Yes.
Like, his career as an entertainment exec is his first and
Do you think
foremost.
he gets the mick taken out of him by other senior Yakuza members who are like sitting around talking about their take for the day, and he's like, "Do you watch Princess Idol last night?" I mean, I don't know. I think this Haruka has.
They're
got
talking about their
real
take for the day
career.
while he's pulling in billions in the entertainment industry.
What was that cliffhanger ending shit last week? Look, I don't write the shows.
She relents, agreeing finally to trade under the circumstances that he stays far away from them all from now on. I can't promise that we'll never run into each other again. Entertainment industry is a small world. But if you can't put on a smile when we cross paths, you'll never make it in this business. He tells her to come to platform 23 of Shin Osaka Station to deliver the letter. She's to come alone, and he gives his word that he will do the same. Haruka hangs up the phone as the others return into the room, glad to see her awake and well. They sit together discussing the letter, and her telling them that it's safe in the office, giving Yamaura the pen to go retrieve it. Akiyama tells Haruka that she actually already knows Park's ex, Majima. She's shocked, understandably. I mean, her dad's boyfriend is Park's husband. Wild. Anyway, Majima has gone missing, and Katsuya is hoping to find where he's gone. Yamaura comes back with the letter, handing it to Haruka. She asks to be the one to hold on to it. She understands that while she's got it, they'll keep gunning for her. But she has a plan. She, of course, leaves out the part about Katsuya. She quickly gets up, saying that she's going to head home. She's tired. Yamaura offers her a lip, but she declines it, insisting that she'll be fine on her own. Akiyama side-eyes the little shit, knowing that she's up to some classic Daddy Kiryu shenanigans, and watching as she heads off. Akiyama gets up, telling the others that Haruka's been weird since she woke up, and that maybe Katsuya has already made his move. Christina tells them that before he entered the room, he heard Haruka mention Shin Osaka Station, which is incredibly convenient for them. He rushes for the taxi, but by also perfect coincidence ending up in the exact same taxi that Haruka took, with the very chatty cabbie confirming that she'd gone to the station, which doesn't feel very safe for a little teenage girl, but you know, good for us and plot conveniences.
And that cab driver's name, Suzuki.
Meanwhile, Haruka arrives to the station platform just as a train pulls up. The door opens, and of course it's not Katsuya who steps out sailing, it's our big, beefy, bad Thai boy, Kanai! And he has lads! Lads. Looks like we meet again. The trainee is chartered by Osaka Enterprises. How about we take a ride? He tells her Katsuya ain't coming, and demands the letter that she's got in her purse. But hell nah, she's got an agreement with Katsuya. If he didn't come, then she ain't handing shit over. Kanai laughs, saying that I got a brave one here. Clearly the chairman's gone soft. But he's been waiting long enough for this letter, and he sure as shit ain't leaving with a fake. He gets annoyed at Haruka for not handing it over, telling her to get on the train. Her debut ain't happening either way, so why not give them a little tour of Tokyo? after giving her the letter, of course.
This is such an unnecessary... She doesn't need to get on a train. You've rocked up with, as you said, lads. There are like 20 men here.
They're trying to additionally kidnap her.
Oh, right, okay. I was going to say,
hostage.
just someone pick her up. The other one just take the letter off her. Like, she's a 16-year-old girl.
You know, I don't know. Haruka's face hardens. Kanai laughs about how she didn't think the concert was still happening, did she? Greedy little brat. She clutches her purse close to her chest.
Yes, we paid for the venue hire.
Yeah, we've got like a whole plan. We've got backing dancers coming
we
in.
got staff.
Oh, so that's where it is. He grabs her purse, pulling the letter from it, saying that they have what they came here for. Men grab Haruka as she struggles against them, screaming for help as they start to drag her towards the train. Just a sec there, a man's voice shouts. Akiyama sprints up the stairs, heaving for breath as he finally reaches the top. Oh, damn, that's too many stairs. Oh, I've really got to stop smoking. A PSA from RGG Studios.
Stop making it look so dope for years and years then, RGG.
He's here for dreams. Park Sun's dream is Haruka's dream is his dream.
Everyone's got one
just like the Yakuza. Boss's dream trickles down to his men. Come on, my dudes. Don't they teach you guys anything these days? And you best believe that he ain't letting Kanai get in the way of dreams and friendship.
Yes.
Don't know how much of that was Chase ad-libbing or how much of that was the game at this point.
They've become one.
That was about 30 seconds summarized to one line. What a sack of crap. Dream all you want, but none of that means dick when you're facing real strength. Let's go, boys. It's time we show this asshole what's what. Make it gape. Akiyama proceeds to throw Kanai in front of him.
What the fuck?
What?
Make it gape.
What? Huh?
Again, I don't know. Is that a chase line or is it a game line?
Chase. For God's sake.
Akiyama proceeds to throw Kanai in front of a moving train, and he gets run over and dies.
Okay. Next one.
Well, not actually, but Mr. Meatbags obviously ain't gonna stop Akiyama's legs from cracking his skull. Haruka runs up to Akiyama, the letter back in her hands. Haruka-chan, you're getting a big, long lecture from me later for going off and trying to sell things on your own. Besides, I was going to take you to Tokyo with me anyway. She's shocked because Haruka, like Kiryu, does not wait to listen to other people's plans before executing their own selfless ones. Anyway, she's got a concert and a meeting with the Mad Dog, so they run off to the Shinkansen. As they go, the camera zooms out to show Katsuya on the opposite platform, having watched the scene unfold and watching as they go. The scene shifts to Katsuya's office. Kanai sits on the couch while Katsuya's at his desk looking mighty displeased. Katsuya scolds him for acting alone. He knew full well that Haruka had agreed to give him the letter if he came alone. So Katsuya was going to come alone. Kanai's just fucking...
Wait, so him across the platform watching them leave is him just like 5 minutes late. And he's like, oh, God fucking damn it.
Yeah,
basically.
God, Kanai's the worst henchman.
Yeah.
I don't even think he was late. I think Haruka just got there early.
No.
Let's get rid of Kanai.
Yeah, well, I was worried that the Akiyama guy would crash the party if, you think I couldn't handle him? Katsuya's cold voice cuts him off. That ain't it. I just figured it'd be safer if we went instead. And yet, Akiyama beat them all, and they still don't have the letter. But alas, Kanai had the Enterprise's best interests in mind, so he won't scold him. Katsuya leans back in his chair, saying how he's been so busy with Osaka talent that he's let his Yakuza duties fall to the wayside. He gets up, walking behind Kanai, saying that they still have a chance if they don't let it slip away. He pulls out a cigarette, placing it in Kanai's mouth as he stands above him, pulling out a lighter and lighting it for him. Kanai draws in a breath as Kanai grabs him from behind in a tight headlock, strangling him. Working in the entertainment business, your face is your biggest asset. Idols are nothing more than illusions, you see. Fans don't care about what's on the inside. All they want is a pretty face. So you see, when I'm screening potential idols, I always look for that something special, a unique charm to pull people in. Faces are important for Yakuza too. No matter how big a game you try to talk.
Kiwami or regular?
Kiwami specifically. Remember, that's the one that had the idol stuff.
Got you, thank you.
Yeah.
This monologue is building to him calling Kanai an ugly fuck, right?
Yeah.
No matter how big a game you try to talk, if your face can't back it up, nobody will even begin to fear you. Especially not Haruka Sawamura, the adopted daughter of Kazuma Kiryu himself. The girl's seen enough Yakuza to last a lifetime. He pulls the lit cigarette from between Kanai's lips. Tell me, what happened when you threatened her? Did she cower in fear and hand over the letter? She didn't, did she? Quite the opposite. She dug her heels in, harder than ever. Simply put, you're not scary enough. Haruka Sawamura thinks that you're a joke. What good is a Yakuza who can't even intimidate a little girl? If you're going to threaten someone, make sure you do it right. He drives the lit end of the cigarette into Kanai's eye, burning it, releasing the headlock. Kanai drops to the ground in pain, clutching at his eye. Katsuya walks away, looking out the window, saying that they'll be following Haruka to Tokyo. Funny. I didn't think I'd care so much about this. Yakuza business has never quite interested me before. Yet with Omi chairmanship dangling in front of my face, I can't help but bite. I'll deal with Majima. That's a promise. Haruka and Akiyama sit in the back of a taxi.
Sorry, Chase, I don't want to spoil it, but I just want to comment that was an awesome villain moment.
Katsuya is one of my favorite ever.
Katsuya is one of my favorite.
Yeah. I love the businessman form, and then just the calculation of it all. Really clever.
And I like him and Otaro. Is that his name?
Who?
Who's the other person going up for Omi?
Oh, Watase.
Watase. I like Watase and him. We've had it before where it's like the brains versus bronze in a competition. Yeah. This feels very like hot and cold, like passion and cold calculation, like against each other. I quite like that as a conflict.
Like we are certainly building to an 11th hour villain, but frankly, I would be happy if he was just our baddie.
Haruka and Akiyama sit in the back of a taxi heading through the night-lit streets of Tokyo. Akiyama sleeping soundly while Haruka reads the letter from Majima. I look forward to seeing you after the concert at the Japan Dome. Don't worry, I'll be coming alone. That's a promise. Goro Majima. Haruka looks up from the letter, looking into the distance, thinking about Park. And the part ends.
Oh,
there's no stinger. That's interesting. Every other part has had a last minute, whoa! But this is just more like it's a nice epilogue.
I guess we got a reveal of how... of the other side of Katsuya. That was our sort of...
Yeah, that would be our stinger. Yeah, that he can be a vicious prick. Good stuff. I really, really hope that Goro Majima knows that it's Haruka performing, and that is half of the reason why he picked the Dome as the meeting place. Because I had two birds at once. I get to see Haruka do a wee song and dance, and I get to see my ex-wife. And it's just going to be a nice
my boyfriend's daughter, my adopted daughter.
And then afterwards, we'll all go grab chili fries. It'll be lovely.
Oh,
cool. That part was too long. Look, I love Haruka being an idol. I love seeing Akiyama again. I love the two of them teaming up. I love the concept of the whole thing.
But also the conspiracy's finally moving.
Well, you say that. I think I've realised currently my biggest issue with Yakuza 5, which is that a lot of the main plot is delivered not through characters' actions or moments. There have been cool moments, but through a character showing up and saying, sit on the couch, I'm going to give you an exposition dump about events which have happened off screen, rather than characters being in the events.
A little bit.
And I feel like that obviously you have told us that it's up and down.
Because Kiryu... You have to have him just running headfirst through a wall into any problem.
Yeah.
But you can't do that with all the others. But yeah, you're right. It has been a lot of like, I just got off the phone. The mayor is dead. Yeah. You know.
It's like, well, how did that happen? I don't know. Next bit. All right, now come into my office. I'll tell you how the mayor died.
I'm quite intimidated about the next part that we have to like start a whole new story again.
Yeah. I mean, look, I'm enjoying it.
Me too.
It's not high up there for me yet. It's not beating 3 or 1 for me yet, or 2 even.
I'm still so baffled by why 1 is so high up for you.
I just really enjoyed 1. I love the Nishiki stuff. I just thought it was so compelling.
One is so...
Nah. Look, we're there, and I liked Haruka's Idol stuff. That was really, really fun. Give me an entire Haruka spin-off Idol game. What's next?
That's a mystery.
Oh, okay.
That's a mystery. And we'll see you all next time.
Hello, it's me again. I know I haven't been heavily featured. Bubba-chan. I haven't been heavily featured in this last episode, but I was a lot more prominent in the one before it, if you go back and watch 2. Please, sir, could we get a like and a subscribe?
Hype.
It's a tough time. Give us a hype point. Thanks. Bubba out.